Democrat declared as no execution warrants will be issued while he's in office. He also called on lawmakers to send him a bill that permanently gets rid of the death penalty in Pennsylvania. Shapiro previously served as the Commonwealth's Attorney General. While many companies are slashing jobs, Fidelity Investments plans to add 4,000 people to its workforce by this summer. Over 1,000 of those jobs will be spread out between Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire. The Boston Globe reported hires will be made in areas including IT, sales, and customer service. A top Federal Reserve official is hopeful inflation will go down this year. Lisa Taylor has more.
However, St. Louis Fed President James Bullard refused to rule out a bold interest rate hike in March after pushing for a half-point increase earlier this month. The central bank's latest rate hike was a 0.25 percentage point. Bullard said continued policy rate increases can help lock in a trend of declining inflation this year. I'm Lisa Taylor.
Apple TV Plus is dropping the trailer for its upcoming film Tetris. It stars Taron Egerton as Hank Rogers, the man attempting to buy the rights to the video game Tetris and make a deal with Nintendo to get Tetris on their new handheld gaming device. The bid to bring the game to the world ends up turning into a fight of Cold War proportions. The rest of the cast includes Toby Jones, Roger Allam, Anthony Boyle, and Rick Yoon. Tetris will release on Apple TV Plus on March 31st. You're listening to NBC News Radio.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. From judge executive to mayor, earlier this week, Harrodsburg City Commission appointed Scott Mosley to serve as Harrodsburg's mayor. Mosley was named the new mayor at a special called meeting Tuesday, where he will now take over the seat after former mayor Billy Whiteneck stepped down because he was moving outside the city limits. Mosley already has ideas of what he wants to accomplish as the Harrodsburg mayor.
If we can get more funding through the state, then we can use more of our money that would go towards blacktop, and we can use that more for the general fund that we can put into salaries, more folks helping out the city.
Mosley has experience in office. He was the Harrodsburg City Commissioner for more than a decade, has served as a deputy coroner, and was then appointed to fill the role of Mercer County Judge Executive by Governor Andy Beshear in 2021 after former Judge Millward Dedman stepped down. Harrodsburg citizens will get a chance to vote on the mayor later this year as well. The primary is set for May, and the general election in November. The city of Harrodsburg has also named its new police chief. On Monday, the Harrodsburg City Commission unanimously approved Tim Hurt as the new chief of police for Harrodsburg. He was named the interim police chief in January. Hurt has served in the Harrodsburg Police Department since 2019. And Boyle County Superintendent Mike LaFavors was honored earlier this week. The Eastern Kentucky University Central Kentucky Educational Cooperative named LaFavors the Experience Excellence Superintendent of the Year. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
I want a steak and shake burger and fries.
Say what?
A steak and shake burger and fries.
Say where?
Steak and Shake in Harrodsburg at Campbellsville University behind the clock tower.
Say who?
Me, you, and any who that's looking for a great shake, burger, and fry. Open to the public. I'll sizzle you there. Steak and Shake in Harrodsburg behind Campbellsville University. You're welcome. I'm welcome. We're welcome. That's Steak and Shake. A burger and a shake makes life so great. Add Steak and Shake in Harrodsburg at Campbellsville University behind the clock tower.
Here's Robin at the Mercer County Public Library.
Right here at 109 West Lexington Street. Come and visit us Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Give us a call, 859-734-3680. And if you want to quickly get to a staff member, press 2. You do not have to pay fines. We just need the book back. Copies, we've reduced the price on that. Any size paper you have, whether it's black and white or whether it's color, it's 10 cents per side.
At the Mercer County Public Library.
At Don Franklin Family of Dealerships, save thousands all month long on over 4,500 new and used vehicles from any of our 23 locations. We have the largest selection in Kentucky. Choose from any brand at any time at DonFranklinAuto.com. We offer easy financing and free delivery of any vehicle to the closest Don Franklin location near you. Don Franklin, Nicholasville, Mitsubishi. Don Franklin Family of Dealerships, celebrating 50 years of respect and trust. Visit DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, Nicholasville, Mitsubishi.
This WHBN weather forecast is a service of Northgate Medical Group. Dr. Richard Dart, APRNs Mary Angela Smith, Mackenzie Record, and Virginia Morris are accepting new patients at 859-734-3482.
Thank you, Sarah. We got a chance of flurries today.
Mostly cloudy, high of 36. Chance of flurries tonight before 8 p.m. Mostly cloudy, gradually becoming mostly clear, low of 24. Sunny tomorrow, high of 48. Tomorrow night, increasing clouds with a low of 34. For Sunday, it's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 57. For Monday, Washington's birthday, scattered showers after 1 p.m., partly sunny, high of 54. Scattered showers on Tuesday, partly sunny, high of 61. Scattered showers Wednesday, partly sunny, high of 69. Get this, Thursday, scattered showers, mostly sunny, high of 72. Right now, we have cloudy skies, 36 degrees in Harrodsburg at 6:09. Good Friday morning to you. It's the 17th day of February. Radio Rick, glad to be along with you. Thanking you so much for making us a part of your Friday morning on WHBN AM and FM, hometownlive.net, CKYTV.net, Channel 2. Birthdays, anniversaries, road situations, and song requests can be done at 859-734-4321, 734-4321. Now, let me move it over there so I can see it a little easier. We are going to give away another DQ ice cream cake, birthday cake today, before 10 o'clock. For those having a birthday between the 11th and 17th, all I need is a name and a phone number to get them registered. We've got Deshaun Bartleson, Jackie Bug, Kirsten Myers, Colton Horn, Taylor Logue, Sarah Neiman, Bryce Broderick, and Amanda Buchanan, all registered for the DQ ice cream cake, all right? Hey, we have made it to another weekend, kids. We're getting ready to light that fuse and officially start the weekend here because we can, all right? So that leaves me to tell you that we do birthdays for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all right? Right now I don't have any Fridays, but I'm sure that will change very soon, all right? So Saturday, Christy Holt Bertrand. On Sunday, Barbie Sutherland and Erica Vaught.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from Martina McBride. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Martina. Appreciate that so much. All right, kids, I'm giving you the answers for the DQ today is quiz. First time around, next hour we'll be doing it again. And all I need you to do is remember one of what today is. Be the first in if you've not won this month. And you'll pick up a tasty treat from DQ where happy tastes good, all right? Are you ready? Do you have a writing implement in hand and a piece of paper close, all right? So get your pens, pencils, crayons, chalk, lipstick, highlighters, whatever you need to write with. And just make sure after the Joe's 7:30 news, when I call for it, be the first in it. 734-4321, and you'll be today's winner. All right, are you ready? Today is Champion Crab Races Day, My Way Day, National Cabbage Day, National Cafe Au Lait Day, National Public Science Day, and World Human Spirit Day. Celebrate those accordingly. And speaking of celebrating, Power Hour number 1, kids, here we go. The weekend is officially started for those getting up right now. Oh, thank you, Fred. We appreciate that so much and enjoy hearing from you. All right, you ready for a life hack? The next time you're struggling with insomnia or just can't seem to fall asleep, try throwing on a pair of amber or orange tinted sunglasses an hour before going to sleep. Now, this can increase the amount of melatonin in your brain, which is the hormone that regulates the sleep and wake cycle in your body. I need to try that on Sunday nights. All right. Here's your positive thought. The grand essentials of happiness are something to do, something to love, and something to hope for. That's good stuff, all right? And we don't have to hope any longer because we have the Bob Allen Motor Mall and the Hometown Radio Network proudly presenting to you by Honoring America with the playing of our national anthem. This is Kelly Clarkson, Seal, and David Foster, our national anthem. right, thank you. Kelly Clarkson, Seal, and David Foster. As we just heard, the Bob Allen Motor Mall on the Hometown Radio Network presenting our national anthem. Very good stuff there. We do that. All right. Hey, great time was had by the Chamber Banquet last night, and Joanne Martin won the Bob Martin Community Award, Spirit Award. Very neat. So glad that she picked that up last night. A lot of winners, a lot of fun that was had last night. All right, kids, are you ready to light that fuse? We've already started with Fred Flintstone. Now we officially celebrate Friday with this.
The following program contains material not suitable for children, adults, or childish adults.
Uh-oh.
Wop, bop, a loo, bop, the weekend's here. It's Friday, alrighty. It's Friday, alrighty. Woo, this is my day, alrighty. 'Cause it's Friday, alrighty. I love Friday, alrighty. Wop, bop, a loo, bop, the weekend's here. I go to work, I ain't lazy, but sometimes it drives me crazy. Woo, so much work that I find I start to lose my mind. But when Friday comes along, I'm so glad to be alive, 'cause I know later tonight I'm gonna party overtime. It's Friday, alrighty. It's Friday, alrighty. Woo, this is my day, alrighty. 'Cause it's Friday, alrighty. I love Friday, alrighty. Wop, bop, a loo, bop, the weekend's here. Another week, I made it through. Now I know just what to do. I'm gonna scream when I get home. Woo, call my friends up on the phone. We're gonna have a ball, so much fun it's out of sight. So you better not expect us home till late on Sunday night. It's Friday, alrighty. It's Friday, alrighty. Woo, this is my day, alrighty. 'Cause it's Friday, alrighty. I love Friday.
Let me Thank God it's Friday.
It is definitely Friday.
Ooh, I feel it!
I feel like eating meatloaf, not pancakes.
Okay, feels like my hair is growing. We're not getting any younger.
You know, there was a time when I did think I was getting younger, but it turns out that that was my medication.
Ma'am, are you taking any medication?
The grown-up in me likes the prospect of fun.
Oh, God, should we ask somebody for help?
It's party time.
I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. I try so hard, I can't rise above it. Don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
What if I find myself stranded in a snow cave with a stern but comely lady geologist, both of us knowing that our only chance for survival is the heat from our naked bodies?
May I use your restroom? I took a laxative and a stool hardener. Oh, and they're fighting it out in there.
Look, this is my reputation we're talking about here.
My time machine has been activated.
Time machine?
I love it, I want some more of it. I try so hard, I can't rise above it. Don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
Well, I'm glad those guys figured it out. It is Friday. It is 6:18 and a half. You're getting it on WHBN AM and FM. Top stories are Chinese spy balloons. President Biden talking about it.
Make no mistake. If any object presents a threat to the safety and security of the American people, I will take it down. Our military and the Canadian military are seeking to recover the debris so we can learn more about these three objects. Our intelligence committee is still assessing all three incidents.
All right. Thank you there, Mr. President. 6:19, we're going to be checking in with Joe's Look at Sports, NBC Entertainment News. For you, have news from our locally owned businesses. We kindly ask you to get behind all our mom and pops and help them surviving by frequent them as much as you can year round. We'll have news at the bottom of the hour from KNN. We'll have some, you have your weather forecast. Then we'll have some laughs together. And we'll be kicking it with Kenneth Riley. That and a whole lot more stuff just for you today, right here on WHBN AM and FM. Where is my sheets? Here we go. Look out. Let me get this one sheet out here. Should have pulled it out sooner. Okay. Let me tell you what's going to be happening here today. At 7:20, we'll have a look at Kentucky basketball. 7:55, we could be hearing from Chris Horn, our county clerk. At 8:20, Super Dave with his country music report. 8:50, Kim King State Representative report. We'll have Rick Lee coming in after the 9 o'clock news, and he's wrote a book, Saved from Debt. And then after the 9:30 news, Larry the Legend Sanders and his music report. So there you go. Sit back, relax, and watch the pictures as they fly through the air. Joe?
Tiger Woods makes his return. Joey Logano and Eric Almirola, the winners yesterday, and Maryland stuns Purdue. Those are the headlines on this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Friday morning sports. Starting off in golf, where there were just as many positives and negative takeaways from Tiger Woods' return to non-major PGA Tour action yesterday. That is until he reached the final 3 holes. The 82-time winner ho-hummed his way around Riviera Country Club near Los Angeles to the tune of a 2-under 69 in the opening round of the 2023 Genesis Invitational and walked off the course tied for 27. His accuracy off the tee left something to be desired, hitting just 6 of 14 fairways. That said, when he caught his driver cleanly, the ball went very far. 5 drives were 320 yards or longer, with his longest drive of the day reaching 338 yards. He birdied his final 3 holes in his return to the PGA Tour. In NASCAR news, Joey Logano and Eric Almirola won yesterday night's Bluegrass Vacations dual races at Daytona International Speedway, sweeping the twin 150-mile qualifying races at Ford. The wins give Logano and Almirola starting spots in the second row of Sunday's 65th annual Daytona 500. The front row was set in Wednesday night's time trials, with Hendricks Motorsports teammates Alex Bowman and Kyle Larson sweeping those 2 spots. In college basketball, just like last month in Mackey Arena, Maryland dominated the second half against Purdue. The difference this time was the Terrapins weren't down 14 points at halftime. Maryland went on a 29-4 run, and Purdue, for the first time this season, rolled over and just died at the Xfinity Center on Thursday night. The Terrapins improved to 14-1 at home with a 68-54 win over the third-ranked Boilermakers. The Boilermakers were buried by the run, kicked off by a Mason Gillis technical foul, and have now lost 3 of their last 4 games after a 22-1 start to the season. Meanwhile, Maryland fans stormed the court after the victory. In Major League Baseball, there's a reason why Major League clubs don't like to battle players in salary arbitration, and Milwaukee Brewers ace Corbin Burns highlighted several of those on Thursday. The 2021 Cy Young Award winner for the National League lost his arbitration case against the Brewers. A third party awarded him $10.01 million, as the Brewers suggested, compared to the $10.75 million he sought. Turns out the brawl was over $749,000. Burns told reporters Thursday the Brewers essentially blamed him for the club missing the postseason. 1 year after his major league leading 2.43 ERA and 1.63 fielding independent pitching helped claim the Cy Young and the Brewers' 2021 NL Central title. Basically putting me in the forefront of why we didn't make it to the postseason last year, Burns told reporters. That's something that probably doesn't need to be said. It's also curious that an arbitrator would buy that line of thinking. That's what's going on in sports. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Metallica sending $250,000 in aid to victims of last week's earthquake in Turkey and Syria. The donation comes from Metallica's nonprofit All Within My Hands Foundation. In a statement, the band said the money's being split between 2 of its foundation partner organizations. Hoobastank revealing they recorded a song with Rihanna but decided to scrap it. Singer Doug Robb says the band recorded a version of Inside of You when Rihanna was a newer artist. They ultimately decided to release the version without her. Robb says it was a total lack of foresight, as she's now made quite a name for herself. Rihanna's fresh off her blockbuster Super Bowl 57 halftime performance, where she revealed she's pregnant with her second child.
Out of the sea, wish I could
The new trailer for Disney's live-action Little Mermaid is being released online. The film stars Halle Bailey as Ariel in the reimagination of the 1989 animated film. The Little Mermaid set to hit theaters May 26th. And Ryan Seacrest is leaving Live with Kelly and Ryan after 6 years serving as Kelly Ripa's co-host. He said working with Kelly's been a dream job and one of the highlights of his career. Kelly's husband, Mark Consuelos, will become her co-host, and the show will now be called Live with Kelly and Mark. That's entertainment. I'm Liz Warner, NBC News Radio.
They done did it again. Gave a great deal and made a new friend. Where's this, you say? Withers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg is the way. With first-class service and a spin of the wheel. For some extra gifts after your new car deal, check out the inventory at ChryslerofLawrenceburg.com and head on down to US 127 to the new Withers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg. Today is your deal of the day, and Withers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg is the way.
The hometown place where all the locals eat is the old bus station in downtown Harrodsburg. The fresh veggies and sides, the famous banana soft serve ice cream, all make it a great place to eat with family and friends. Stop in for breakfast or come by for lunch. Be sure to get a Titan burger or a Bulldog burger. And when the weather is nice, enjoy a meal on the outdoor patio. Specials every day. Call ahead for carryout. Located in Harrodsburg on South Greenville Street, the old bus station restaurant open Tuesday through Saturday 7 to 2. The old bus station in downtown Harrodsburg.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer WetJet. With Swiffer WetJet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer WetJet, the faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
It's here. It's new. Filled with the best wide selection of vehicles just for you.
Right at Field User Factory.
7 acres of pre-owned elite inventory makes them the largest deal maker around.
Right at Field User Factory.
So come on down to Nicholsville off US 27 to Vince Drive. Then you've arrived at the new
Right at Field User Factory.
Buy with confidence straight from the factory. Take a virtual tour at
RightAtFieldUserFactory.com.
Hi, this is Lisa Ledford and Vita Carey. When we party, we listen to that Party Animal Radio Rick on
WHBN.
by request. Flat and Scruggs, Foggy Mountain Breakdown. We're going to break down with some news from KNN. We'll have your weather forecast. We'll have some laughs together and kick it with Kenneth Riley right here on WHBN AM and FM at 6:30.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A controversial bill giving Kentucky teachers the discretion to use pronouns aligned with a student's biological sex, even if the student identifies differently, is now headed to the House. SB 150 sponsor, Senator Max Wise.
There is nothing in this bill mandating as it relates to pronouns. There is still the choice for teachers wishing to choose to do so, a student still requesting to do so.
The bill also bars state education officials from giving districts guidance on proper pronoun use. Senator Denise Harper Angel voted against it.
This is the meanest piece of legislation and the most destructive for our youth that I've seen in my 19 years here in this chamber. It's not what we should be doing. It's particularly not what we should be doing under the guise of parental rights.
The bill passed by a 29-6 vote in the Senate. It was a politician overload for Louisville on Thursday as three leading Republican candidates attempting to win the May primary for governor all were in town. Agriculture Commissioner Ryan Quarles was at the National Farm Machinery Show. He tells WOKY-TV,
I'm a former legislator, and I have 7 years of running the second largest executive agency in Kentucky behind the governor's office, that people know that I'm a steady hand, that I'm conservative, and that I've got the relationships to work with the legislature.
State Attorney General Daniel Cameron visited the Republican Women's Club, while Kelly Craft held 4 of her kitchen talks. The Kentucky Supreme Court is upholding the Commonwealth's near-total abortion ban. The court yesterday deciding to uphold the ban, rejecting a request to put it on hold. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by the new Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet in Harrodsburg, 540 North College Street, next to Timmy's 5 Point. Shop and save with Howard Carpenter.
We're going to see chance of flurries today, mostly cloudy, high of 36. Tonight, chance of flurries before 8 p.m. Mostly cloudy, gradually becoming mostly clear, low of 24. Sunny tomorrow, high of 48. Tomorrow night, we'll see increasing clouds with low of 34. Mostly sunny on Sunday, high of 57. Monday, Washington's birthday, scattered showers after 1. Partly sunny, high of 54. Right now, under cloudy skies, we have 35 degrees in Harrodsburg at 632.5. Good. Friday morning, we've made it to the weekend, kids. Radio Rick, glad to be along with you on WHBN, AM and FM, HometownLive.net, CKYTV.net. You ready for some late night laughs? We've got them ready here for you. Now, we're going to be starting off with Jimmy Fallon, jokes about a cruise line offering a 27-month cruise.
Well, this is wild. I saw that Victoria Cruise Line is now selling a 27-month-long cruise. 27-month. That's not a vacation. That's running away and starting a new life.
27 months. I couldn't imagine that. Let's see. Let's go down to... let's do Travis Kelce and his Tonight Show playing with his brother in the Super Bowl. What was that like?
Yeah, growing up in Cleveland, Ohio, I followed his footsteps in a lot of areas, sports being one of them, and football definitely being one of them. And you always imagine, playing on the same team.
Seth Meyers talks about President Biden on the UFOs.
President Biden spoke publicly today about the aerial objects shot down by the military. He said, Biden, the American people deserve to know how much fun this week has been for me.
Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Russia has lost half its tanks.
Since the war started, Russia has likely lost more than half its tanks. I assume that means destroyed because it's got to be hard to lose a tank. Dammit, Vasily, was it level F or level G?
All right, thank you for that. Let's stick with Stephen Colbert, and he's talking about President Biden's annual physical exam.
The presidential physical it's pretty thorough. They do a colonoscopy, blood tests, and as part of the dental exam, Biden pulls Air Force One with his teeth.
James Corden, The Late Show. FBI searches University of Delaware for Biden documents.
The FBI previously searched Biden's beach house, and now they went to a university. And if I'm honest, this is starting to feel less like an FBI raid and more just like they want to go on spring break.
Late Show. Orlando Bloom and how he got his stolen watches back.
Long story short, I finally get the number of this guy. I'm calling this guy for maybe 3 to 6 months. Eventually, I find out where he's from, and it's a pawn shop down in the valley kind of thing. Anyway, and I just rocked up to his house one day, and to his shop one day, and I wired myself. I had a little microphone, and I got...
hang on, Jimmy Kimmel jokes about President Biden's exam.
He had the checkup at Walter Reed Hospital. Good and bad news. The good news is President is in solid health overall. Bad news, he's got termites, and they're going to have to, I guess, tent him off or something. No, he's fine. He appears to be in great health, although while checking his prostate, they did find more classified documents. So that's... Biden got his annual checkup. You know, this is what presidents have to do. They get a check. What a strange life Joe Biden leads. If any other 80-year-old came out of a medical exam talking about aliens, you'd put him in a home. But...
And Late Night Trio, President Biden annual physical take by Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, and James Corden.
This morning, President Biden went to Walter Reed for his annual physical exam. Let's just say Vice President Harris seemed a little too eager to hear the results.
President Biden had his annual physical today at Walter Reed. Doctors say he's fit as a fiddle, specifically this 300-year-old Stradivarius.
In other news, this morning, President Biden underwent his second physical exam as president. Biden's physician reported that the president remains healthy and vigorous. That's right, you tuned into this show to be entertained, and you're hearing about an 80-year-old man's doctor's visit.
All right, thank you all. It is 6:37. Time now to kick it with Kenneth Riley, and we're going to kick it with Brian White because he's 49 years old. And this one is called From This Moment On. It's with Shania Twain and Brian White.
That I'll always be there. I'd give anything and everything, and I will always care. Through weakness and strength, happiness and sorrow, for better, for worse, I will love you with every beat of my heart. From this moment, life has begun.
From this moment, you are the one.
Right beside you is where I belong. From this moment on.
From this moment, I have been blessed.
I live only for your happiness
and for your love.
I'd give my last breath. From this moment on, I give my hand to you with all my heart.
I can't wait to live my life with you. Can't wait to start.
You and I will never be apart. My dreams came true because of you. From this moment, as
true. Because of you. From this moment, as long as I live, I will love you. I promise you this, there is nothing I wouldn't give. From this moment, I will love you. I will love you as long as I live. From this moment
Shania Twain and Brian White, From This Moment On. We celebrate Brian White's 49th birthday as we kicked it with Kenneth Riley. It is coming up on 6:42. Want to let you know the Habitat for Humanity, Mercer County, is recruiting a home buyer tomorrow and Tuesday. Habitat will have two sessions. Wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. It's the 25th, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 18th. This will be on February 25th, a week from tomorrow, and then a week from Tuesday. Habitat will have two sessions for those who want to consider applying to be the next Habitat home buyer. No reservation is needed. Every applicant should attend one of these two sessions to learn about the process and get an application. This house will be built in Bergen at 117 Peach Street, but anyone interested in buying a Habitat house at any location may attend a session to learn details about becoming a Habitat home buyer. Again, it's Saturday, February 25th, 10 a.m., Mercer County Public Library, 109 West Lexington Street. And Tuesday, February 28th, 6 p.m., Bergen Schools Cafeteria, 400 West Main Street. For more information, call 859-734-5086, or you can email habitatmercer@gmail.com. Governor Beshear is going to be visiting Jessamine and Anderson counties. When? Today. The governor will join local leaders, present funding to improve infrastructure, promote tourism, and support local nonprofit organizations. The funding comes from the Better Kentucky Plan's Cleaner Water Program, Federal American Rescue Plan Act, and the Team Kentucky Nonprofit Assistance Fund. They will be at 1 o'clock, the Jessamine County Courthouse, 101 North Main Street in Nicholasville. And he will be at 245 in Anderson County at the Police Department Annex Building, 205 East Woodford Street. And again, he will be presenting the same amounts of monies and different programs behind this. So again, Governor will be at 1 o'clock in Jessamine County at the Jessamine County Courthouse, and at 245 in Anderson County at the Police Department Annex Building. All right? Keeping you in touch with Central Kentucky. We are your local hometown station and have been proudly since 1955. We are WHBN. We've got some words of wisdom from our local businesses we'd ask your kind attention to. We have your weather forecast queued up and your health report. All of that and a whole lot more stuff just for you for listening to WHBN AM and FM at 644 and a half.
I'm Katie George, and if you want to save a bunch of Benjamins, then don't miss the President's Day sales event at Cartown Kia.
Lease the 2023 Kia Forte for just $299 down and $299 per month.
And if you take home over $350 a week, we have lenders that want to approve you. Save a bunch of Benjamins at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $299 down, $299 per month, $25.66 due, assigned 36 monthly, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer and adoption. See dealer for details. Offer expires February 28th.
Did you know there's only one full-service jewelry store in 5 counties? And it's not at the mall, and it's not a national chain or any box store. I'm talking about B&L Jewelers right here in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. This is Lauren. Our prices and quality cannot be matched, and everything you purchase from B&L Jewelers is backed by a free lifetime guarantee. The mall and department store folks make big money selling their guarantees to folks who don't know about us. We offer full services that can't be matched by anyone. Any type of jewelry repair or remount, or just answer answers to simple questions from a real jeweler on site right here in our store. We know that your jewelry is precious to you, so we do all of our repairs in-house and in an average of 3 days. We can take care of all your engraving needs, from simple plaques to major corporate logos, even those champagne or wine bottles for those special occasions, all done here by your trusted jeweler. We believe in treating our clients like friends, not like customers. We have a free 6-month layaway. We offer up to 60 months financing, 12 months same as cash financing, no credit check financing available as well. Why would you go anywhere else? B&L Jewelers is the only intelligent choice for all your jewelry needs.
The Parthenon Greek American eats.
Hi, this is Jimmy letting you know about some of our seafood options, including grilled salmon, grilled tilapia, grilled shrimp, or you can do a combo with grilled tilapia and shrimp, fried jumbo shrimp, hand-battered cod, our delicious hand-battered cod sandwich with fresh French fries. As always, we only use fresh ingredients made to order. That's at the Parthenon Greek American Eats in Danville in the Greenleaf Shopping Center.
Dine in or take out fresh from our family.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer WetJet. With Swiffer WetJet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer WetJet, the faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay Street.
We got a chance of flurries today, mostly cloudy, high of 36. Chance of flurries tonight before 8 p.m. Mostly cloudy, gradually becoming mostly clear, low of 24. Sunny tomorrow, high of 48. Increasing clouds tomorrow night, low of 34. Mostly sunny on Sunday, high of 57. Washington's birthday on Monday. Scattered showers after 1, partly sunny, high of 54. Right now we have cloudy skies, 35 degrees in Harrodsburg at 6:48.
Moderna is promising to keep its COVID vaccine free for everyone in America.
The company announced Wednesday that everyone in the U.S. will have access to it, regardless of their ability to pay. Moderna received backlash recently for reportedly considering a price increase. The move comes after the Biden administration announced plans last month to end COVID's designation as a public health emergency in May. I'm Brian Shook.
A new study finds a common dietary sweetener could fuel the development of Alzheimer's disease. Researchers at the University of Colorado School of Medicine say fructose, a simple sugar used to sweeten a wide range of foods and beverages, restricts blood flow to the brain's cerebral cortex. The study's lead author says that can lead to progressive brain atrophy and neuron loss with all the features of Alzheimer's. And that, researchers say, makes the case that Alzheimer's disease is driven by diet. Health Update, Sarah Lee Kessler, NBC News Radio.
This is Natanya of South Africa. When you're cruising the dial for great music, listen to my friend Radio Rick on WHBN, The Rooster.
You did something to me. I couldn't sleep at all last night. Just thinking of you. Baby, things weren't right. When I was tossing and turning and tossing and turning all night. I kicked the blankets on the floor, turned my pillow upside down. I never did before, because I was tossing and turning and tossing and turning all night. Jumped out of bed, turned on the light. I pulled down the shade, went to the kitchen for a bite. Rolled up the shade, turned off the light. I jumped back into bed, it was the middle of the night. was striking for. Couldn't get you off my mind. I heard the milkman at the door. 'Cause I was tossing and turning, tossing and turning. Jumped out of bed, turned on the light. I pulled down the shade, went to the kitchen for a bite. Rolled up the shade, turned off the light. I jumped back into bed, it was the middle of the night. The clock downstairs was striking 4. I couldn't get you off my mind. I heard the milkman at the door. 'Cause I was tossing and turning. Don't let me cross over love's cheating line.
I'm tempted, my darling, to steal you away. So help me, my darling, stay out of my way.
You know that I love you, but I'm not the cheating kind. I'm faced with a heartache and love's cheating line.
Don't let me cross over love's cheating line. You belong to another, and you'll never be mine. I know one step closer would be heaven divine. Don't let me cross over love's cheating line.
I've tried to forget you, but what else can I do? When your eyes keep saying that you love me too.
I know if I lose you, not a dream will I have left. I don't want to cheat, dear, but I can't help myself.
Don't let me cross over love's cheating line. You belong to another, and you'll never be mine. I know one step closer would be heaven divine. Don't let me cross over love's cheating line.
Unmistakable voice of Jim Reeves. Don't let me cross over. We're Bobby Lewis do a little tossing and turning for you this morning, as he was born on this date in 1933, expired in 2020. It is 6:54. You're getting it on WHBN AM and FM. Now, if you've had more than 1 cup of coffee today, you're skating on thin ice. A new study found it could be bad for your health and even kill you. Researchers at the University of Toronto found that around half of us have a genetic variant that helps us metabolize caffeine quickly, which is good. But if you're in the other half of people who don't have that gene, drinking too much coffee might be punishing your kidneys. And over long term, that can lead to kidney disease. Now, a separate study they did in 2006 also found that people who don't metabolize caffeine, well, are on a higher risk for heart attack. So drinking too much coffee could be putting you at risk in more ways than one. There's no cheap and easy way to see if you have that gene. Even if you don't get a huge buzz from caffeine, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. And being able to fall asleep after a cup of coffee at night doesn't mean anything either. Some DNA tests can tell you if you have the gene, but they're pricey, around $200. So the lead researcher says to just assume you don't metabolize caffeine well and drink no more than 1 cup of coffee a day. Can you exist on that? I don't know. A lot of people pound that coffee away. It is 6:55 and a half. This is WHBN AM and FM.
I want a steak and shake burger and fries. Say what? A steak and shake burger and fries. Say where? Steak and Shake in Harrodsburg at Campbellsville University behind the clock tower. Say who? Me, you, and any who that's looking for a great shake burger and fry. Open to the public. I'll sizzle you there. Steak and Shake in Harrodsburg behind Campbellsville University. You're welcome. I'm welcome. We're welcome. That's Steak and Shake. A burger and a shake makes life so great at Steak and Shake in Harrodsburg at Campbellsville University behind the clock tower.
I'm Katie George, and if you want to save a bunch of Benjamins, then don't miss the President's Day sales event at Cartown Kia.
Lease the 2023 Kia Forte for just $299 down and $299 per month.
And if you take home over $350 a week, we have lenders that want to approve you. Save a bunch of Benjamins at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $299 down, $299 per month, 2566 due assigned, 36 monthly, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, docket, acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer and option. See dealer for details. Offer expires February 28th.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
This is Old Fort Heritage State Park Manager David Coleman. When I want real country music, I park it on 99.5 FM WHBN The Rooster.
I called work this morning and told them I was ill. But if they knew how good I really feel, they'd know I'm lying. They'd probably fire me.
You said you can't get out of bed. Well, I guess that's the truth. But the reason you can't is 'cause I'm lying here with you. Yeah, I'm lying in love with you. Lying in love with you. Today, that's all I want to do. Won't have to tell how I lie to when I'm lying in love with you. Yeah, lying in love with you. Today, that's all I want to do. Won't have to tell how I lie to when I'm lying in love with you. At work, they're thinking you're down with the bug, but all you've caught is a case of my love, and you're lying, yeah, and I'm lying in love with you.
I'd much rather do what I'm doing with you, 'cause it's an occupation that takes just two when I'm lying in love with you.
Lying in love with you. Today, that's all I want to do. Won't have to tell how I lie to when I'm lying in love with you. Yeah, lying in love with you. Today, that's all I want to do. Won't have to tell how I lie to when I'm lying in love with you. Yeah, won't have to tell how I lie to when I'm lying in love with you.
Lying in love, lying with you. Lying in love, lying with you.
Lying in love with you, Jim Ed Brown, Helen Cornelius, right here on WHBN Harrodsburg, The Rooster, your community voice since 1955. AM 1420, FM 99.5, hometownlive.net, CKYTV.net, Channel 2. It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Jim Forbes. Federal and local officials are assuring families in East Palestine, Ohio, that they're safe despite concerns about exposure to toxic chemicals following a train derailment.
EPA Administrator Michael Regan visited the community and said air and water quality tests have shown no contamination. Regan said nearly 500 homes and municipal wells have been tested with no detection of vinyl chloride, hydrogen chloride, or other toxic chemicals released when the train derailed earlier this month. He said officials are offering voluntary screening to everyone in the community and are conducting 24/7 air monitoring. U.S. Customs and Border Protection confiscated over 1,000 pounds of cocaine and 543 pounds of methamphetamine at the border between Michigan and Canada last year. The agency recapped 2022 Thursday with Director of Field Operations Christopher Perry saying seizures of meth were up 2,000% from 2021.
These counterfeit commodities are often used by criminal enterprises to support criminal activities, terrorism. So by us enforcing those intellectual property rights laws, we're keeping the country safe from things like terrorism and drug smuggling and criminality.
He added they also seized a large amount of counterfeit items last year and worked 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The 5 Memphis police officers charged with murdering Tyree Nichols are set to appear in court today. They were fired after footage was released of Nichols being beaten after a traffic stop in January, eventually dying 3 days later. And a storm system moving across the country has most of the eastern two-thirds of the nation under some form of weather alert. Much of the Deep South is under a tornado watch or severe thunderstorm watch, while the Ohio Valley may see thunderstorms and heavy winds. I'm Jim Forbes.
Could you use monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet? Find out about Supplemental Security Income. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you're 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Maybe you're not one of those frequent flyers, but sometimes you just want to hit the beach or see your new granddaughter or go to that out-of-state wedding. Whatever the reason for your getaway, if it involves flying in the U.S. or visiting a military base after May 7th, 2025, you'll need a Kentucky Real ID driver's license or an ID that is Real ID compliant. Make a plan to get your Kentucky Real ID now. Go to Real ID.
Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown is calling on Governor Mike DeWine to declare the recent train derailment in East Palestine a disaster. In a letter to the governor, Brown says he remains concerned about the hazardous materials in the air and the long-term health impacts this will have on residents. Brown added it's a man-made disaster that will impact the city and its neighbors for years to come. Declaring the situation as a disaster will allow for full federal funding in cleanup efforts. Former baseball player and broadcaster Tim McCarver is dead at the age of 81. Brian Shook has the very latest.
He played 21 seasons in the majors and won 2 World Series titles with the St. Louis Cardinals. McCarver played for the Cardinals, Philadelphia Phillies, Montreal Expos, and Boston Red Sox. The catcher was a 2-time MLB All-Star and retired from the game in 1980. He would go on to serve as the lead analyst for 23 World Series broadcasts. I'm Brian Shook.
Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman is being treated for clinical depression. That's according to a statement from the Democrats' chief of staff. Fetterman is currently at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Maryland receiving inpatient care. A statement notes Fetterman has dealt with depression throughout his life, but it became more severe in recent weeks. On Twitter, Fetterman's Pennsylvania colleague Bob Casey praised him for, quote, getting the help he needs and being public about it. And actor Bruce Willis has dementia. In a statement, his family confirmed a diagnosis of what's called frontotemporal dementia, or FTD. The revelation comes nearly after a year it was announced he had been diagnosed with aphasia, the loss of ability to understand or express speech. His family at the time said the diagnosis had been impacting his cognitive abilities. I'm Jim Forbes.
Thank you very much. It is 7:05. You are getting it on WHBN AM and FM, hometownlive.net, and ckytv.net. Time now for Joe's local news, and it's brought to you by Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the bypass in Danville, online at stuartpowell.com.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The city of Harrodsburg has named its new police chief. On Monday, the Harrodsburg City Commission unanimously approved Tim Hurt as the new chief of police for Harrodsburg. He was named the interim police chief in January. Hurt has served in the Harrodsburg Police Department since 2019. Yesterday was the annual Mercer County Chamber of Commerce Awards dinner, and we have the winners. The winner of the Bob Martin Community Spirit Award was Joanne Martin for her spirit and enthusiasm for the Harrodsburg area. The Jane Coombs Educator of the Year Award went to Joe Pfister. The Heritage Award went to the Hazlets. The New Business of the Year, or Young Entrepreneur of the Year, was given to House of Reverie Massage. The Civic Group of the Year winner went to Chloe's Petals of Hope. The Geld Chambers Brown Volunteer of the Year Award was given to Donna Linton. The Charles McGinnis Good Citizen Award was won by Brandy Beasley. The Farmer of the Year was awarded to Zach and Christina Lewis. The Leon Mayo President's Award went to Jack Coleman. The Leadership Award was given to David Hopewell. The Chamber Workforce Development Champion was given to the Trailblazer Academy, while the Festival of the Year Award went to the Bergen Christmas Parade. All those awards were given out yesterday at the Mercer County Chamber of Commerce. Danville High School's forensics team will compete in the state tournament tomorrow after they advanced past the regional competition earlier this month. Danville junior Grace Haynes and senior Michaela McKenzie, who compete in the original oratory competition, and junior June Wagner in broadcast announcing, pace the way for the Admirals. I'm Joe Mathis.
It's all about you and Stuart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager of Stuart Powell Ford, Lincoln, and Mazda, 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville. And for the first time in 3 years, we have new Fords on our lot ready to go home with you. Please stop by and see our selection. We are offering these at invoice pricing or shop online at stuartpowell.com.
Making people happy because we know how. It's an easy thing to do in Danville. Stuart Powell.
Ford Lincoln Mazda. This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
When you're hungry, nothing hits that spot quite like a Big Mac. What in the world? Anyway, when you're hungry, nothing hits that spot quite like a Big Mac. Okay, is that really going to happen every time I say Big Mac? Look, I can't do a Big Mac commercial if every time I say Big Mac, it does that. Get the Big Mac at McDonald's of Danville and Harrodsburg.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by the Old Bus Station Restaurant, offering good old-fashioned home cooking. Open for breakfast at 6 weekdays and Saturday at 8. The Old Bus Station Restaurant on South Greenville Street in Harrodsburg.
All right, thank you very much there, Robert. We got a chance of flurries. Mostly cloudy today, high of 36. Chance of flurries tonight before 8. Mostly cloudy, generally becoming mostly clear, low of 24. Sunny tomorrow, though, with a high of 48. We increase in clouds tomorrow night with low of 34. Mostly sunny for Sunday, high of 57. Monday, Washington's birthday, starting our work week off. I'm sorry, I just have to report. Don't shoot the messenger. Scattered showers after 1 on Monday. Partly sunny, high of 54. Scattered showers on Tuesday. Partly sunny, high of 61. It gets better, folks. Hang on. Wednesday, scattered showers, partly sunny, high of 69. Get this. Thursday, scattered showers, mostly sunny, high of 72. Right now, we have cloudy skies. Well, I did have a report that there were some scattered flurries around our listening area as we speak. We have cloudy skies and 34 degrees in Harrodsburg at 7:09. Good Friday morning. We've made it to the weekend, kids. Radio Rick, glad to be along with you. Thanking you so much for making us a part of your Friday morning on WHBN, AM and FM, hometownlive.net, CKYTV.net, Channel 2. Birthdays, anniversaries, road situations in Harrodsburg, Mercer County, and Bergen, and song requests can all be done. One number is all you got to remember is 859-734-4321, 734-4321. We're giving away another DQ ice cream cake before 10 o'clock this morning. That's right. For people that had a birthday between the 11th and the 17th. We got Amanda Buchanan, Bryce Broderick, Sarah Neiman, Taylor Logue, Colton Horn, Kristen Byers, Jackie Bugg, and Deshaun Bartleson all registered for the DQ ice cream cake, all right? Now, we have birthdays for today. Boy, we got some birthdays. We have got them loaded up. Speaking of loading up, I got to load this up while I'm stalling just a moment. Okay, got that in place. Now, birthdays we do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, okay? So, here they are. For today, Diamond Nicole, Troy Brewer, Masik Tagaruk, Brittany Bethea, David Tandrin, Chad Blackwell. Tomorrow, Christy Holt Bertrand, Kyle Wynn, Darren Ransdell, Jackie Powell, Danny Rosner, J.J. McConaughey. Sunday, Barbie Sutherland, Erica Avot, Mike Paris, Mike Summers, Bethany Lester, Heather Thomas, Denon Ditto, Brittany Watson, Gina Backfish, and Morgan Burnson.
Hey, y'all, this is Neil McCoy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Neil. Appreciate you stopping by to sing happy birthday to our birthdays. Now, kids, I'm giving you the answers again. Second time for the DQ Today is quiz. All I need you to do is remember one of them. When I call for, after the 7:30 local news with Joe, when I call for it, if you've not won this month, be the first in. Tell me what today is, and you'll win a tasty treat from DQ where happy tastes good. All right, are you ready? Got your writing implement in hand? Piece of paper to write on, or you can use a palm pad. That's always it's always there. Palm pad is. All right, today is Champion Crab Races Day, My Way Day. I guess I might have to play a little Frank Sinatra. He is famous for that song. National Cabbage Day, National Cafe Latte Day. I guess that's latte. I don't know. National Public Science Day and World Human Spirit Day. Celebrate those accordingly. And talk about celebrating. All right, kids, Power Hour number 2. Let's get this weekend started with this. Oh, thank you, Fred. Everyone awaits hearing the kind belting out the Yabba Dabba Doo as we start Power Hour number 2. All right, here's your life hack. The next time you're struggling with insomnia and just can't fall asleep, try throwing on a pair of amber orange tinted sunglasses an hour before going to sleep. This can increase the amount of melatonin in your brain, which is a hormone that regulates the sleep and wake cycle in your body. Your positive thought says this: the grand essentials of happiness are something to do, something to love, and something to hope for. And we've hoped for it, and I told you we would get there. It's Friday, kids. The weekend has officially started. Oh, get up, dance around.
Oh, it's Friday, and I like it. It's Friday, and I like it. Working makes me a tired man. That's why I'm a Friday fan. 'Cause the work week's almost done. On Saturday, be sleeping all I can. Oh, it's Friday, and I like it. It's Friday, and I like it. It's Friday, and I like it. It's Friday, and I like it.
Oh, it's Friday, and we're working for the weekend. Weekend is here, kids. Steve Bertram Sports coming up, as well as the Rooster Local Talent Showcase. Loverboy taking us.
Everybody's working for the
Oh, yes, we're working for the weekend, lover boy. It is 7:18 time now for Steve Bertram's Sports Report. We've got the Rooster Local Talent Showcase coming up. Bottom of the hour news from KNN. Joe's Local News, your weather forecast. We will have the DQ Today Is quiz and the good news brought to you by Jamie Dunn Shelter Insurance.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the Danville Bypass and online at stuartpowell.com.
It's all about you and Stuart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager of Stuart Powell Ford, Lincoln, and Mazda, 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville. And for the first time in 3 years, we have new Fords on our lot ready to go home with you. Please stop by and see our selection. We are offering these at invoice pricing or shop online at stuartpowell.com.
Making people happy because we know how. It's an easy thing to do in Danville. Stuart Powell. Ford, Lincoln, Mazda.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Kentucky entertains 10th-ranked Tennessee tomorrow afternoon in Rupp Arena. Cats won the first meeting in Knoxville over 5 weeks ago as they upset the Vols 63-56 when UT was ranked 5th in the country. Tennessee's coming off a very impressive 68-59 win over number 1 Alabama earlier this week. Our pregame shows begin at 11:30 in the morning. Tip-off is set for 1 o'clock for Kentucky versus Tennessee Saturday on Z105. Last night in men's Kentucky college action, Morehead State and Eastern Kentucky were winners, while Western Kentucky and Bellarmine lost. In top 25 play, there were 2 surprises. Maryland spanked number 3 Purdue 68-54, and Middle Tennessee down number 25 FAU 74-70. Hometown Radio has a girl-boy doubleheader from Danville High School tonight. In girls action at 6, Danville faces South Laurel. Boys action follows at about 7:40 as Danville takes on East Jessamine, both on Z105. Also tonight in boys play, Danville Christian Academy hosts McCreary Central at 7:30 on WHIR-FM 103.9. All 3 games stream at hometownlive.net. District tournaments begin next week. Last night in girls high school hoops, Mercer County 55, Southwestern 42, Pulaski County 48, Boyle County 39, DCA 62, Rockcastle County 58, and Bergen 57, Wellspring 44. Boys scores, Danville 92, Somerset 70, Boyle County 66, Pulaski County 65, Southwestern 73, Mercer County 70 in overtime, and West Jessamine 86, Garrett County 75. The Center College women's basketball team, regular season winners of the SAA, began postseason play Sunday at home against Sewanee. If the Lady Colonels win, they'll be hosting the semifinals and championship games the following weekend. Center men are on the road Sunday at top seed Berry College. NASCAR Cup duels at Daytona last night saw Joey Logano and Eric Almirola come up with wins. We'll have Xfinity racing at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Then Sunday it's the Daytona 500. Airtime at 1:30, all on WHIR-FM 103.9 this weekend. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
The Cats came through in a game they absolutely had to have. We'll talk about it coming up on a look at Kentucky basketball.
It's the Championship Tractor Pull. February 15th through the 18th at Freedom Hall. Tickets start at $10 at Ticketmaster.com and champpull.org. It's louder than ever. The Championship Tractor Pull is powered by Syngenta. Visit champpull.org for more information.
Last month, coming off back-to-back losses, Kentucky went down to Tennessee and got its first Quad 1 win. The Wildcats picked up their second Quad 1 Wednesday night at Mississippi State in a similar situation. And like the Tennessee game, this one was all about effort.
Refuse to lose. Now, refusing to lose doesn't mean you win every time. It means you fight. You play desperate. You're doing whatever you have to. Doesn't matter what position, what play. extra effort, diving, charges, blocks, rebounds. We had 18 offensive rebounds against a really good rebounding team. And we separated from them on some effort plays. We let them back in it. We had some, turnovers. We only had 12 for the game, and they're creating a lot of turnovers. But, I loved the effort. I loved how we fought. How about we have a guy goes 1 for 13 and we still win? You think about it, on the road. Yeah. I mean, I told him after, I'm just trying to convince you, if you do this together and be about each other, what does the team need me to do? Refuse to lose, fight. We're going to be fine. But, they fought today.
Another Quad 1 opportunity presents itself on Saturday at Rupp Arena against Tennessee. Amazingly, in the last 10 games in which Tennessee was the ranked team and Kentucky was unranked, the Wildcats have a 7-3 record. They haven't swept the Vols in the regular season since 2012. That's a look at Kentucky basketball.
Now available at Farmers National Bank, free checking and a free gift. Simply open a new Farmers National Bank personal or business checking account and receive a free gift. Minimum required deposit is only $50. We make the process fast and easy. Call 866-888-0220 or stop into one of our 12 convenient locations. Farmers National Bank, with locations in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Perryville, Stanford, Liberty, and Middleburg. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Electricity helps keep our modern lifestyle going. But if the electrical system in your house is outdated, you may be headed for trouble. Watch for these symptoms of electrical problems: replacing fuses or resetting circuit breakers frequently, switch plates, outlet covers, cords or plugs that are warm, cut, broken, or cracked insulation on electrical wiring. If these symptoms are present, you need a safety inspection by a licensed inspector. To learn more, talk to your electric cooperative.
And that's Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
If you're looking for a better dental experience, Dr. Jennifer Nichols' goal is always to provide each and every patient with the very best dental care in the most genuine and caring manner possible. Their office is a friendly atmosphere that will immediately put your family at ease. Their professional staff will help you feel welcome and comfortable every time you enter their office, as they strive to provide the highest standard of personalized dental care in a gentle and efficient way. For an appointment, visit Dr. Jennifer Nichols. She's on North College Street. Call 734-5111. See how different a dental experience can be with Dr. Jennifer Nichols.
Harrodsburg Tire and Automotive is a full-service auto center providing a wide range of tire and auto care services. They provide customers with tires of all brands and sizes. Harrodsburg Tire and Automotive can accommodate vehicles from small cars to dually trucks. They offer a lot of auto maintenance services, including brakes, front-end work, alignments, engine repairs, computer diagnostics, tune-ups, oil changes, and so much more. North College Street next to Napa. Give them a call, 734-4563, 734-4563 for Harrodsburg Tire.
Imagine what it feels like to be a hero every day. You can make a difference in life. Coast Guard, jobs that matter.
Join the Coast Guard or Coast Guard Reserve. Save lives, stop drugs, protect the environment. Call toll-free 1-877-NOW-USCG.
Coast Guard, jobs that matter.
Call toll-free 1-877-NOW-USCG. The Coast Guard, jobs that matter.
It's here. It's open. It's what you need to get through your day. It's Starbucks, now in Harrodsburg, located at the Campbellsville University behind the clock tower. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Starbucks, it's the coffee for connoisseurs and the comfort for your daily tours. Starbucks in Harrodsburg.
Good morning. I'm Larry Sanders. Welcome to Rooster Local Talent Showcase. A special thank you to our sponsor, Darren Ransel at the Barbershop in Harrodsburg next to Minute Mart. Today we're going to have a visit from our old friend David Church. He's going to give us some little Louisiana music, Cajun Baby.
The Barbershop by Darren Ransdell is a barbershop that offers today's men a haven where they can sit back, relax, and talk sports, politics, or the weather. Located next to Minute Mart on South College Street in Harrodsburg. World-class service begins at the Barbershop in Harrodsburg. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30, Saturday, 7:30 to noon.
Way down yonder in the bio country in dear old Louisiana, that's where lives my Cajun baby, the fairest one in the land. Her teeth are white and purty, hair black as coal. I wouldn't trade my Cajun baby for the world's gold. Way down yonder in the bio country in dear old Louisiana. Well, my heart's been sad and lonely since the day I left her side.
But today I got her letter, said she'd be my Cajun bride. I'm gonna go and get my Cajun baby and live by the old bayou. Eat lots of shrimp and crawfish and ride around in my old pirogue. Way down yonder in the bayou country in dear old Louisiana, that's where lived my Cajun baby, the fairest one in the land. Her teeth are white and pretty, hair black as coal. I wouldn't trade my Cajun baby for the world's gold. Way down yonder in the bayou country in dear old Louisiana. Before the sun goes down this evening, I'll be on my way to see my Cajun baby, and there I'm gonna stay. On a Saturday night we go dancing and listen to the fiddle low. Lord, I got me a Cajun baby, just a living and a loving by the whole bayou. Way down yonder in the bayou country in dear old Louisiana, that's where lives my Cajun baby, the fairest one in the land. Her teeth are white and pretty, hair black as coal. I wouldn't trade my Cajun baby for the world's gold. Way down yonder in the bayou country in dear old Louisiana.
You've been listening to Rooster Local Talent
I
Showcase.
said,
It's a
way
service
down
of
yonder
Darren
in the
Rancel's Barbershop next to Minute Mart in Harrodsburg. You can be the next Rooster Local Talent Showcase star by bringing your music to WHBN Studio.
Near total abortion ban, the court yesterday deciding to uphold the ban, rejecting the request to put it on hold while a lawsuit over the issue continues. It comes just months after a majority of voting Kentuckians showed their support for abortion rights. They voted against a measure in November that would have amended the Commonwealth's constitution to say there is no right to an abortion. A controversial measure has passed through the Kentucky Senate.
Senate Bill 150 would give teachers the discretion to use pronouns aligned with the student's biological sex, even if that's not how the student identifies. Bill sponsor Senator Max Wise.
This, once again, is about parental communication.
Senator Karen Berg, whose trans son recently died by suicide, voted no.
Your vote, yes, on this bill means one of two things. Either you believe that trans children do not exist, or you believe that trans children do not deserve to exist.
The measure now heads to the House. I'm Haley Hansen.
The three leading Republican gubernatorial candidates made stops in Louisville Thursday after speaking to the Republican Women's Club. State Attorney General Daniel Cameron told WOKY-TV,
what makes me the best choice is that you've had an opportunity to see substantively what we've done over these last 3 years in standing up for constitutional rights, halting the Biden vaccine mandates, getting those stopped here in Kentucky, getting churches reopened.
Ryan Quarles spoke with Ag Council officials, and Kelly Craft held 4 kitchen talks in the area. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
It's time for the news, all about your neighbors and probably about you. It's your local news, presented by
First Financial Bank.
Monday through Saturday.
What does it mean to believe in something, to truly support and get behind it, to be committed and invested in making sure it succeeds and grows? At First Financial Bank, we go beyond banking, providing resources for dreams that matter and giving back to projects that make a difference. As our family grows, our commitment to serve the community grows with it. First Financial Bank, because together, we're better. First Financial Bank, member FDIC.
Located in Harrodsburg at the corner of College and Childs.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. From judge executive to mayor, earlier this week, Harrodsburg City Commission appointed Scott Mosley to serve as Harrodsburg's mayor. Mosley was named the new mayor at a special called meeting Tuesday, where he will now take over the seat after former mayor Billy Whiteneck stepped down because he was moving outside the city limits. Mosley already has ideas of what he wants to accomplish as the Harrodsburg mayor.
If we can get more funding through the state, then we can use more of our money that would go towards blacktop, and we can use that more for the general fund that we can put into salaries, more folks helping out the city.
Mosley has experience in office. He was the Harrodsburg City Commissioner for more than a decade, has served as a deputy coroner, and was then appointed to fill the role of Mercer County Judge Executive by Governor Andy Beshear in 2021 after former Judge Millward Dedman stepped down. Harrodsburg citizens will get a chance to vote on the mayor later this year as well. The primary is set for May, and the general election in November. The city of Harrodsburg has also named its new police chief. On Monday, the Harrodsburg City Commission unanimously approved Tim Hurt as the new chief of police for Harrodsburg. He was named the interim police chief in January. Hurt has served in the Harrodsburg Police Department since 2019. And Boyle County Superintendent Mike LaFavors was honored earlier this week. The Eastern Kentucky University Central Kentucky Educational Cooperative named LaFavors the Experience Excellence Superintendent of the Year. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
What does it mean to believe in something, to truly support and get behind it, to be committed and invested in making sure it succeeds and grows? At First Financial Bank, we go beyond banking, providing resources for dreams that matter and giving back to projects that make a difference. As our family grows, our commitment to serve the community grows with it. First Financial Bank, because together, we're better. First Financial Bank, member FDIC.
Located in Harrodsburg at the corner of College and Childs.
Here are the obituaries. Lonnie Jenkins, age 79 of Harrodsburg, died Tuesday. He was the husband of Nancy Jenkins. Visitation is Friday from 11 at the time of the service at 2 o'clock at Shakertown Baptist Church. Alexander and Royalty Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Ann Nita Crawley, age 67 of Harrodsburg, died Thursday. Visitation is Saturday from 12 noon at the time of the service at 1 o'clock at Alexander and Royalty Funeral Home. Elizabeth Clara Hackbart Jones, age 91 of Harrodsburg, died Sunday. She was the widow of James Jones. Visitation is Sunday from 12 noon to the time of the service at 2 o'clock at Alexander and Royalty Funeral Home. And those today's obituaries on AM 1420 and 99.5 FM WHBN.
That's the news for today, presented by
First Financial Bank.
Charles and College in Harrodsburg.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Coel Collision Center in Danville on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver to take your vehicle to the experts. Coel Collision Center.
We've got a chance of flurries today, mostly cloudy, with a high of 36. Tonight, chance of flurries before 8, mostly cloudy, gradually becoming mostly clear, low of 24. Sunny on Saturday, tomorrow, high of 48, increasing clouds tomorrow night, low of 34. Mostly sunny on Sunday, high of 57. Washington's birthday, which happens to be Monday, scattered showers after 1, partly sunny, high of 54. Right now, under cloudy skies, we have 34 degrees in Harrodsburg at 7:36. All right, kids, it's time once again for the DQ Today Is quiz. If you can remember one thing, I've told you twice what today is. All I need is you to remember one of them. And give me a call, 859-734-4321. You'll pick up a BLT salad from DQ, where happy tastes good. 859-734-4321. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 things I've said twice what today is. All I need is one of them. 859-734-4321. This is Juice Newton. She got a birthday coming up.
It's a heartache, nothing but a heartache. Hit you when it's too late, hit you when you're down. It's a fool's game, nothing but a fool's game. Standing in the cold rain, feeling like a clown. It's a heartache, nothing but a heartache.
Juice Newton. It's a heartache. And it's a heartache because tomorrow she's getting older. She's going to be 71 years old. Juice Newton. She was born Judy K. Newton. All right, it is 7:40 and a half. Got a winner for the DQ. Excuse me. You can come back and play another song in a little bit, Juice, okay? All right, got a winner for the DQ. Today is quiz. Bill Stewart was in, and he just loves cabbage. National Cabbage Day. He and I were reminiscing about that. My mom used to make cabbage rolls. Now, I love coleslaw, but I don't like cooked cabbage. And we agreed that we didn't like the smell of cooked cabbage or cooked mushrooms, either one. Ooh, it just does not smell good. So thank you, Bill. Thank you all called in. Thank you, Barbara Montgomery. We could not do this without your generosity. Do it again. Same time, same station Monday. Also, today's Champion Crab Races Day, My Way Day, National Cafe a Lot Day, National Public Science Day, and World Human Spirit Day. So there we go. All right. Since she was making noise there, how about a little more Juice Newton? This is her big hit called Angel of the Morning. 71 years old tomorrow, Juice. Wow. Good Friday morning. Weekend has started. I love it.
There'll be no strings to bind your hands, not if my love can bind your heart. There's no need to take a stand, for it was I who chose to start. I see no need to take me home. I'm old enough to face the dawn. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, baby. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Then slowly turn away from me. Maybe the sun's light will be dim, and it won't matter anyhow. If morning's echo says we've sinned, well, it was what I wanted now. And if we're victims of the night, I won't be blinded by the light. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me,
Juice Newton, Angel of the Morning, going to be 71 years old tomorrow. 7:45, you're getting on WHBN AM and FM. We've got your tech report and the good news, brought to you by Jamie Dunn's Shelter Insurance, right after this.
Internet Explorer is no more. On Tuesday, Microsoft announced the company's decision to permanently disable the desktop version of Internet Explorer on all devices. Any device that hasn't already been redirected from Explorer to the updated browser Microsoft Edge will be affected. When users attempt to access Explorer, they will be redirected to the Edge browser. Internet Explorer was originally launched in 1995 as one of the first and most popular browsers in history. Elon Musk says the end of 2023 would be good timing for Twitter to have a new CEO. The Twitter chief spoke virtually at a World Government Summit in Dubai and was asked if he'd found a replacement to run the company and when that person would be hired. Musk said he needs to stabilize the organization first and make sure it's in a financially healthy place. He then added, towards the end of this year would be good timing to find somebody else to run the company. And the Biden administration wants at least 500,000 publicly accessible electric vehicle chargers on U.S. roads by 2030. Tesla, the first to commit to helping reach that goal. Tech Report, Mark Mayfield, NBC News Radio.
Thank you, Mark. Now we've got the good news, brought to you by Jamie Dunn's Shelter Insurance. Back in 2012, a guy in Vermont named Lloyd Devereaux Richards published a novel called Stone Maidens, but it didn't sell well. And as of last week, it ranked 1,452nd among thriller and suspense novels in Amazon. He's 74 now and sort of gave up on it. But 10 days ago, his daughter posted a TikTok of him at his desk, said it would be great if he could get some sales. The other day, his book hit #1 on Amazon's bestseller list. Before all this, Lloyd hadn't even heard of TikTok. His daughter's video now racked up over 44 million views. Wow. Cops in Georgia pulled over an elderly woman pulled her out of her burning home, and there's a chest cam footage of the whole thing. A group in Tampa called Rough Riders are in the news for handing out over 10,000 teddy bears to kids every year. And that is the good news, brought to you by this guy right here.
I'm Jamie Dunn, your local shelter insurance agent. We're your shield, we're your shelter.
Hurry up, dude. The game's about to start.
Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies.
Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this.
Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV?
What?
No way, dude.
Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen.
I'm Jamie Dunn, your local shelter insurance agent. We're your shield, we're your shelter.
Hometown Radio's Big Deals offer is out of this world. It's Cosmic Bowling. Experience bowling with an outer space-like atmosphere. Black lights, strobe lights, and pattern lights accent the hit music that beats over the speakers. The lights and music effects make it an out-of-the-world experience. It's all at Galaxy Bowling and Entertainment Center in Richmond. Go have a lot of family fun with our Big Deals Pizza, Pins, and Pepsi Party. The party includes 2 hours of bowling shoes for up to 6 people, a large pizza, and a pitcher of soda. The retail value is up to $85. At Big Deals online store, get the Pizza, Pins, and Pepsi Party for just $49. Yes, $49. What a deal. It's a big deal out of this world. Shop and save at Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net, hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Big deals at hometownlive.net.
Do you have a sunroom, a man cave, a she shed, or a frog? It's a finished room over a garage that needs heat or air? Did you know one of Kentucky's largest ductless mini-split distributors is located in Danville? The HVAC outlet offers the best ductless mini-splits on the market that you can install yourself, or they can assist with installation. Prices start at only $6.99. Call the HVAC outlet, 859-209-1112, or swing by 308 Fackler Street in Danville. All equipment is in stock.
This is Dirt Racer Kenny Wallace. The Dirt Race is back at Bristol in 2023, and once again, it's a night race. It's the Food City Dirt Race, 7 p.m. on Sunday, April 9th. I want to see all my die-hard NASCAR and dirt racing fans there, so get your tickets today. Remember, this isn't just any old dirt race. It's a dirt race at Bristol, baby.
It's all about you and Stuart Howe.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stewart Powell Ford, where we make it easy to do business with us. Our team is dedicated to providing you with a hassle-free experience from start to finish. Whether you're in the market for a new vehicle or need to get your current vehicle serviced, we have you covered. Stop by and see how easy we make it at 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville or anytime at www.stewartpowellford.com.
Ford Lincoln Mazda. Almost every small Kentucky town has a go-to restaurant. In Central Kentucky, it's the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. If you like a good buffet, you'll love the huge down-home cooking featuring 3 fully stocked buffet tables, or you can order off their extensive menu. You'll find something delicious for every person in the family at the Bread of Life Cafe. Visit the gift and sweet shop at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday, 9 Friday and Saturday. Feed your tummy and your soul with a stop at the Bread of Life Cafe and Buffet, 5 miles south of Liberty.
The Personal Effects Show, a program that encourages listeners to understand antiques, collectibles, and sometimes just plain junk. The Personal Effects Show airs each Saturday morning on WHBN FM 99.5 and AM 1420 after the 10 o'clock news with Jerry Sampson, your host, who interviews collectors, dealers, experts, and others. The Personal Effects Show is sponsored by the James Harrod Trust, Bluegrass Artworks, and J. Sampson Antiques and Books.
Hey, everybody, this is Eddie Montgomery from Montgomery Gentry. Harrodsburg, you have something to be proud of. WHBN. And the lucky man on the air right now is Radio Rick on WHBN, The Rooster. Hey, I'm gone. Radio Rick, I hope you paid me a lot of money to say this. Who's your daddy?
You're my daddy, Eddie. You didn't get me no Christmas present again. Come on, Daddy. Gene Pitney, born on this date in 1940.
Sometimes a love song comes into my head, but to say how I feel isn't easily said. I can't find the music, and words aren't enough to really describe the way that you love. You've got those eyes that reach out and touch, that talk to my heart and tell me I'm loved. You've got that smile that always assures if love had a face, it would be yours. Sometimes a lifetime is a hard time to live, and you can't imagine all the comfort you give. You know when I'm hurting, and you always come through, and it makes me feel better just looking at you. You've got those eyes that reach out and touch, that talk to my heart and tell me I'm loved. You've got that smile that always.
When Liberty Valance rode to town, the women folk would hide, they'd hide. When Liberty Valance walked around, the men would step aside, 'cause the point of a gun was the only law that Liberty understood. When it came to shooting straight and fast, he was mighty good. From out of the east a stranger came, a law book in his hand. Oh man, the kind of a man the West would need to tame a troubled land. 'Cause the point of a gun was the only law that Liberty understood. When it came to shooting straight and fast, he was mighty good. Many a man would face his gun, and many a man would fall. The man who shot Liberty Valance, he shot Liberty Valance. He was the bravest of them all. The love of a girl can make a man stay on when he should go. Stay on, just trying to build a peaceful life where love is free to grow. But the point of a gun was the only law that Liberty understood. When the final showdown came at last, a law book was no good. Alone and afraid, she prayed that he'd return that fateful night. Oh, that night, when nothing she said could keep her man from going out to fight. From the moment a girl gets to be full grown, the very first thing she learns, when two men go out to face each other, only one returns. Everyone heard two shots ring out, one shot made Liberty fall. The man who shot Liberty Valance, he shot Liberty Valance. He was the bravest of them all. The man who shot Liberty Valance, he shot Liberty Valance. He was the bravest of them all.
Well, that's a great movie. The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. Jimmy Stewart, John Wayne. You're getting it on WHBN Harrodsburg, the Rooster, your community voice since 1955. We're on AM 1420, FM 99.5, World Wide Web at hometownlive.net. Also, you can see why I got a face for radio if you check in at CKYTV.net, Channel 2. It's 8 o'clock.
NBC
ABC News Radio, I'm Jim Forbes. A top Republican is calling President Biden's briefing on aerial objects, quote, unacceptable. Former Vice President Mike Pence spoke to Fox News Thursday about the aerial objects that have been shot down over the past few weeks and called Biden's remarks on the topic, quote, too little, too late. Pence questioned why Biden allowed the first aerial balloon to fly all the way across the U.S. before shooting it down. The head of the EPA is assuring residents of East Palestine, Ohio, that they're safe despite concerns of toxic chemical exposure following a train derailment. Michael Regan visited the community and said air and water quality tests have shown no contamination. Regan said nearly 500 homes and municipal wells have been tested with no detection of vinyl chloride, hydrogen chloride, or other toxic chemicals released when the train derailed earlier this month. He said officials are offering voluntary screening to all residents and are conducting 24/7 air monitoring. Terminal 1 at the busy JFK Airport will be closed all of today because of electrical problems. Scott Pringle has more.
Terminal 1 is pretty much empty. The Port Authority says a power outage was caused by an electrical panel failure, which also caused a small overnight fire, and that has completely shut Terminal 1. This means flight cancellations, delays, and flights being rerouted to other terminals and even other airports. This is frustrating flyers trying to get to their destination before the holiday weekend.
And I hope that they'll reimburse me for the hotel, the airfare, and my connection that I'm losing out on.
They're saying we won't get out until Sunday, possibly.
And the Pentagon's top China official is making a rare visit to Taiwan. Michael Chase is the Deputy Assistant Defense Secretary for China, and he's the first senior defense official to travel to China since 2019. And that's the very latest. I'm Jim Forbes.
The Kentucky Department for Community-Based Services is hiring. DCBS invites you to be part of an inclusive team of caring professionals that helps all Kentucky families through a rewarding career in family support or social services. They have job openings in their county offices across the state and offer great benefits like hybrid work schedule, competitive salary, paid holidays, and many opportunities for training and promotions, plus state employee discounts. Go online to chfs.ky.gov and enter DCBS jobs in the search field. It's a new day at DCBS. Join them, an equal opportunity employer MFD.
Why? Just think about it. Why is the #1 selling brand of chainsaws not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot? We can give you over 10,000 reasons. That's how many authorized local steel dealers you can find across the country. Visit one and you'll find a range of dependable gas and battery-powered tools, from trimmers to blowers. And you'll find service from experienced professionals. Real steel. Find yours at steelusa.com. Lowe's and Home Depot are trademarks of their respective companies.
The Pentagon will allow service members up to 3 weeks of leave to travel for abortion and other non-covered reproductive health care. That was included in a slate of new policies the Defense Department announced on Thursday. The 3-week leave policy applies to service members receiving or accompanying a military spouse or dependent for non-covered reproductive health care, including abortion and assisted reproductive technology. Commanders and other authorities are urged to grant requests for leave unless it interferes with what the policies call the proper execution of the military mission. They're also directed to act promptly and with discretion. One of Southern California's most iconic landmarks is celebrating a major milestone. Nika Magahis has the very latest.
The world-famous Hollywood sign is celebrating 100 years. The sign debuted in 1923 on Mount Lee and originally read Hollywoodland. It was meant to promote the name of a new housing development in the hills above the Hollywood district of Los Angeles. After falling into disrepair in the 1940s, the California landmark was restored and the land portion was removed. 1923 was known as the Big Bang in L.A. when other iconic landmarks debuted, like the L.A. Coliseum and the Biltmore Hotel. It also coincided with a sea change in L.A. when its population surpassed San Francisco for the first time.
And U.S. officials are advising Ukraine to hold off on any counteroffensive until its troops have the latest supply of weapons and are trained to use them. That seems to mesh with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's message in his nightly video on Thursday. Russia rained missiles across Ukraine on Thursday and struck the country's largest oil refinery. Senior Western political and military leaders are meeting with Ukrainian officials on Friday at the Munich Security Conference. And that's the very latest. I'm Jim Forbes.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. From judge executive to mayor, earlier this week, Harrodsburg City Commission appointed Scott Mosley to serve as Harrodsburg's mayor. Mosley was named the new mayor at a special called meeting Tuesday, where he will now take over the seat after former mayor Billy Whiteneck stepped down because he was moving outside the city limits. Mosley already has ideas of what he wants to accomplish as the Harrodsburg mayor.
If we can get more funding through the state, then we can use the more of our money that would go towards blacktop, and we can use that more for the general fund that we can put into salaries, more folks helping out the city.
Mosley has experience in office. He was a Harrodsburg City Commissioner for more than a decade, has served as a deputy coroner, and was then appointed to fill the role of Mercer County Judge Executive by Governor Andy Beshear in 2021 after former Judge Millward Dedman stepped down. Harrodsburg citizens will get a chance to vote on the mayor later this year as well. The primary is set for May, and the general election in November. The city of Harrodsburg has also named its new police chief. On Monday, the Harrodsburg City Commission unanimously approved Tim Hurt as the new chief of police for Harrodsburg. He was named the interim police chief in January. Hurt has served in the Harrodsburg Police Department since 2019. And Boyle County Superintendent Mike LaFavors was honored earlier this week. The Eastern Kentucky University Central Kentucky Educational Cooperative named LaFavors the Experience Excellence Superintendent of the Year. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Now open, it's the new Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet in Harrodsburg on North College, featuring wall-to-wall savings on carpet, hardwood, vinyl, tile, and stone. The pros at Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet will take the time to show you how to care for and how to maintain your new flooring that'll make it last for years to come. Discover all the benefits you'll receive by shopping at the new Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet, open Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5, Saturday 10 to 2. The new Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet, 540 North College Street, next to Timmy's 5 Point. They'll floor you.
Throughout its history, Hitachi Estemo Americas has been synonymous with safety, quality, growth, and continuous improvement. Adhering to these core values has enabled us to succeed as an innovative supplier of world-class products to the global automotive market. With nearly 2,000 employees in Central Kentucky, we are dedicated to exceeding the expectations of our customers. Find out more about our opportunities at careers.hitachi.com. That's careers.hitachi.com. Hitachi Estemo Americas is an equal opportunity employer.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Horn Home Supply, a trusted name for quality service and a fair price for over 40 years. See Matt Horn at Horn Home Supply in Harrodsburg, South College Street.
We are going to see a chance of flurries today, mostly cloudy, high of 36. Chance of flurries before 8 tonight, mostly cloudy, gradually becoming mostly clear, low of 24. Sunny tomorrow, high of 48. Increasing clouds tomorrow night with a low of 34. Mostly sunny on Sunday, high of 57. Washington's birthday on Monday. Scattered showers after 1, partly sunny, high of 54. Scattered showers on Tuesday, partly sunny, high of 61. Scattered showers on Wednesday, partly sunny, high of 69. Scattered showers Thursday, mostly sunny, high of 72. Right now, under cloudy skies, we have 34 degrees in Harrodsburg at 8:08 and a half. Good Friday morning to you, kids. We've made it to the weekend. This is the 17th day of February. Radio Rick, thanking you so much for making us a part of your Friday morning on WHBN AM and FM, HometownLive.net, CKYTV.net, Channel 2. Birthdays, anniversaries, road situations, and song requests can be done. 859-734-4321, 734-4321. That number also works to register somebody for the DQ ice cream cake giveaway. We're doing it this morning for birthdays. Had a birthday between the 11th and 17th. We got Carlita Daniels, Buena Grigsby, Amanda Buchanan, Bryce Broderick, Sarah Neiman, Taylor Logue, Colton Horn, Kirsten Byers, Jackie Bug, and Deshaun Bartleson all registered to win the DQ ice cream cake. All right. So that leaves me to tell you what today is. And today happens to be Champion Crab Races Day, My Way Day, New Cabbage Day, National Cabbage Day, I should say, National Cafe a Latte Day, National Public Science Day, and World Human Spirit Day. Celebrate those accordingly, all right? Now, days, speaking of days, birthdays, we do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Boy, do we have a load. All right, are you ready for today? We have, let me get this list here in front of me, Diamond Nicole, Troy Brewer, Masik Tagaruk, Brittany Bethea, David Tandran, Chad Blackwell, Bianna Grigsby, Sagan Robbins, Carlita Daniels. Tomorrow, Christy Holt Bertrand, Kyle Wynn, Darren Ransdell, Jackie Powell, Danny Rosner, J.J. McConaughey. Sunday, Donna Patton, Barbie Sutherland, Erica Vaught, Mike Peros, Mike Summers, Bethany Lester, Heather Thomas, Denon Dito, Brittany Watson, Gina Backfish, Morgan Burnson, and Bella Craig. Celebrating.
Hi, this is Reba McEntire. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God bless you. Happy birthday to you. And chocolate cake.
Oh, thank you, Reba. We appreciate that. Here's your life hack. The next time you're struggling with insomnia and just can't fall asleep, try throwing on a pair of amber orange tinted sunglasses. This can increase the amount of melatonin in your brain, which is a hormone that regulates the sleep and wake cycle in your body. And your positive thought says, the grand essentials of happiness are something to do, something to love, and something to hope for. And you don't have to hope for this hour. We got Super Dave be coming up around 8:20, 8:50. Kim King, state representative. After 9 o'clock news, we'll have Rick Lee, and he wrote a book, Saved from Debt. And then after 9:30 news, Larry the Legend Sanders. All right. Oh, you know what? This is Power Hour number 3. The weekend officially starts with this. Oh, yes. We start the weekend because we can. All right. It's Friday. Let's celebrate. Oh, get up and clap.
Fox Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
Not everyone is a fan of the money some college athletes are now making because they are now allowed to capitalize on their name, image, and likeness instead of just watching the schools they play for, banking money because of what they do. Now, I do agree some of the stories we are hearing about what certain schools are offering high school players just to come to the university now is ridiculous. However, many athletes are benefiting from NIL in the right way, and that doesn't always get the attention it should. Consider what Kentucky freshman receiver Dane Key recently did. He had an autograph signing with freshman teammate Varian Brown so UK fans could meet the two future superstars and even take photos with them. It's one way players can make money and interact with fans at the same time, and Brown and Key are both very personable players who enjoy getting to spend time with Kentucky fans.
Vaught's Views will return in a moment.
If you're looking for a truck, look to Wildcat Chevrolet Cadiz.
This is Michael Oliver with Wildcat Chevrolet. And if you're looking for a truck for the farm, I invite you to come see us now. We have a great selection, and we'd like to help you find the right one for your needs on the farm. We don't sell any truck. We sell the right truck. We make the buying process painless, and you'll be driving that truck in no time at all.
That's what you'll find at Wildcat Chevrolet Cadiz and at wildcatchevrolet.com.
It was no surprise that Dane Key and Varian Brown had a lot of UK fans come out to see them. They both made money, but Key donated everything he made to breast cancer research in honor of his mother, Nicole, a breast cancer survivor. Athletes Essential matched the donation because Key is one of their clients. Did it surprise me to find out Key did something like that? Absolutely not, because he is as special off the field as he is on the field. And this is just one example of how NIL really can be a good thing for everyone.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Jan Briscoe from Royalty Florist and Gifts.
I still do interior design, so we can help you out with from your home decor, or we have our own website, royaltyfloraldesigns.com. Go there and some of our own personal design that can help you select something that's just right for you. Phone number is 734-3339, 734-3339, and our website is royaltyfloraldesigns.com. So any of your major wire services that are out there, contact them, 1-800-FLOWERS, and they'll make sure that we get the order.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Kentucky entertains 10th-ranked Tennessee tomorrow afternoon in Rupp Arena. Cats won the first meeting in Knoxville over 5 weeks ago as they upset the Vols 63-56 when UT was ranked 5th in the country. Tennessee's coming off a very impressive 68-59 win over number 1 Alabama earlier this week. Our pregame shows begin at 11:30 in the morning. Tip-off is set for 1 o'clock for Kentucky versus Tennessee Saturday on Z105. Last night in men's Kentucky college action, Morehead State and Eastern Kentucky were winners, while Western Kentucky and Bellarmine lost. In top 25 play, there were 2 surprises. Maryland spanked number 3 Purdue 68-54, and Middle Tennessee down number 25 FAU 74-70. Hometown Radio has a girl-boy doubleheader from Danville High School tonight. In girls action at 6, Danville faces South Laurel. Boys action follows at about 7:40 as Danville takes on East Jessamine, both on Z105. Also tonight in boys play, Danville Christian Academy hosts McCreary Central at 7:30 on WHIR-FM 103.9. All 3 games stream at hometownlive.net. District tournaments begin next week. Last night in girls high school hoops, Mercer County 55, Southwestern 42, Pulaski County 48, Boyle County 39, DCA 62, Rockcastle County 58, and Bergen 57, Wellspring 44. Boys scores, Danville 92, Somerset 70, Boyle County 66, Pulaski County 65, Southwestern 73, Mercer County 70 in overtime, and West Jessamine 86, Garrett County 75. The Center College women's basketball team, regular season winners of the SAA, began postseason play Sunday at home against Sewanee. If the Lady Colonels win, they'll be hosting the semifinals and championship games the following weekend. Center men are on the road Sunday at top seed Berry College. NASCAR Cup duels at Daytona last night saw Joey Logano and Eric Almirola come up with wins. We'll have Xfinity racing at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Then Sunday it's the Daytona 500. Airtime at 1:30, all on WHIR-FM 103.9 this weekend. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
I want a steak and shake burger and fries. Say what? A steak and shake burger and fries. Say where? Steak and Shake in Harrodsburg at Campbellsville University behind the clock tower. Say who? Me, you, and any who that's looking for a great shake burger and fry. Open to the public. I'll sizzle you there. Steak and Shake in Harrodsburg behind Campbellsville University. You're welcome. I'm welcome. We're welcome. That's Steak and Shake. A burger and a shake makes life so great at Steak and Shake in Harrodsburg at Campbellsville University behind the clock tower.
I'm Katie George, and if you want to save a bunch of Benjamins, then don't miss the President's Day sales event at Cartown Kia.
Lease the 2023 Kia Forte for just $299 down and $299 per month.
And if you take home over $350 a week, we have lenders that want to approve you. Save a bunch of Benjamins at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $299 down, $299 per month, $25.66 due, assigned 36 monthly, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, docket, acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer and option. See dealer for details. Offer expires February 28th.
Hey everybody, this is Derek Gray with the Mercer County Tourist Commission, and we are excited for the launch of our new app, Visit Mercer County KY.
Head on over to the App Store, type in Visit Mercer County KY. You should see the new city logo with the navy background and the white H. Home screen here has attractions, food and drink, lodging, to-do, events, my plan, login, notifications, and tutorials.
We are excited about the new app, and whether you're a local or a visitor, we hope this enhances your experience when you come to Mercer County.
This is Goldie Goldsmith McNary, inviting you to join me each week for What's Happening Goldie, a talk show that features interesting people about interesting things. We'll learn how to stay healthy and keep fit, and we'll explore the world of entertainment. So join me for What's Happening Goldie.
What's Happening Goldie every Wednesday at 10:05 a.m. and Saturday at 8:30 a.m. on WHBN 1420 a.m. and 99.5 FM.
This WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Ransdell Funeral Chapel. Our goal is and always will be to provide the best value in funeral service available. Exceptional care from a trusted family name, Ransdell Funeral Chapel.
Thank you, Sonny. We got a chance of flurries today, mostly cloudy, high of 36. Chance of flurries tonight before 8, mostly cloudy, gradually becoming mostly clear, and a low of 24. Sunny Ransdell tomorrow with a high of 48. Increasing clouds tomorrow night with a low of 34. Mostly sunny on Sunday, high of 57. Washington's birthday on Monday, scattered showers after 1, partly sunny, high of 54. Right now under cloudy skies, we have 34 degrees in Harrodsburg at 8:20 and a half. Is this Super Dave?
Yes, sir.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's
Super Dave.
Yes, it's
Super Dave.
A strange visitor from another planet who came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men.
Super Dave.
Who can change the course of mighty rivers, bend steel in his bare hands, and who, disguised as
David Ashton,
mild-mannered reporter for
WHBN Radio,
fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and the American way. And now, another exciting episode in the adventures of
Super Dave. Well, good morning, Super Dave. How are you?
I'm surviving.
Good. That's what we want to hear. That's good news. Well, it was good seeing you here on Tuesday, being my co-host.
Yeah, it was a good time as always.
Yeah. Well, what is going on in the world of country music news?
Well, got a few things to mention. I want to start out sending condolences to Susie Boggess and her family. Her mother passed away this week. So, just wanted to pass that along.
Yeah.
And I know most people remember her, Susie. A lot of great music.
Mm-hmm.
And as a matter of fact, she's going to be in Danville here pretty soon.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. But anyway, got some good stuff today, and something I told you about the other day that I'm going to talk about, about Jimmy Fortune here in a minute.
Yeah.
But we're going to start off with Lone Star.
Okay.
Lone Star celebrated their 30th anniversary as a band in 2022. And this year, they're looking back on their record-breaking career with a new album full of reimagined hits. The new project, called 10 to 1, will feature re-recordings of their 10 number one hits.
Whoa.
It will be released on June 2nd. The songs on the project include the group's debut 1996 song, No News, as well as Come Crying to Me, Everything's Changed. Of course, their big hit, Amazed, Smile, What About Now, Tell Her, I'm Already There, My Front Porch Looking In, and Mr. Mom. Lone Star will release a new version of the 11-week number one song, Amazed, as the lead single from the reissued collection on March 1st. The new recordings will feature the lead vocals of Drew Womack, who took over the role after longtime lead vocalist Richie McDonald departed in 2021. McDonald left the group to join the frontmen of country with Tim Rushlow and Larry Stewart. Larry Stewart, of course, is the lead singer of Restless Heart. And Womack joined, Drew Womack, of course, lead of Lone Star now, used to be the lead singer of a group called Sons of the Desert. Now, longtime band members Dean Sams, Keach Rainwater, and Michael Britt will also be featured on the project. We've been doing this for a very long time, and we've been super blessed in our 30-plus years together and have 22 top 10 singles. And 10 of those have been number one, said Sams. We've adapted our sound so much over the years that through playing live, we've started approaching songs a little bit differently. So we just thought we should put a version of who we are today with all these 10 songs of ours. Most of these songs we have played for 25 years or so, and we know these songs like the back of our hand, Brett added. It was fun to be able to re-record these songs that everybody knows and just put a different spin on them because we've changed them over time. The group will embark on their 10-to-1 tour in 2023, kicking off performances on February 17th, which is today, in Carlsbad, New Mexico, and run through October 21st in Kissimmee, Florida. The band is set to headline the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville for the first time on March 3rd. Now, moving on, I had to bring up another page for this because my computer was not wanting to work very well last night. Joys of modern technology.
Mm-hmm.
Farewell tours seem to come and go these days, and whether they're truly a farewell tour or just an excuse to sell tickets is usually up for interpretation. But diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and now at the age of 76, this may be the last time you get to see this country legend perform live. Johnny Lee was one of country music's biggest stars in the early 1980s, amassing 5 number-1 hits, 12 top 10 hits, and was the singer of one of the era's most iconic songs, Looking for Love. Made famous by the movie Urban Cowboy, the movie was inspired and filmed at the club of Johnny Lee's good friend, Mickey Gilley, who he toured with often later in life. The two defined the urban cowboy era in country music. The good Lord has given me a wonderful life and the absolute most loyal fans in the world, says Johnny. The music and fans have meant everything to me. Over the last couple of years, Parkinson's has been a pain in the butt. This is a big announcement and one I am not making easily. So come out and join us for a night of music and memories as we kick off the Hey Bartender Last Call of the Farewell Tour. This isn't the end. This is only the right now. So if you get a chance to catch him, you might want to. Now, Jimmy Fortune is recovering as of late Wednesday night following a quintuple bypass surgery early Wednesday, per the musician's Facebook page. Fortune is a former member of the Statler Brothers, joining the group in 1982, performing with the quartet for 21 years. He is now a solo performer, singing both gospel and country music, and also part of the group Brothers of Heart. Fortune lives in Nashville, but does make occasional trips back to the Shenandoah Valley for concerts, the area that he's from. According to his Facebook page, Fortune went in for tests on his heart, and the doctors had some concerns about what they found. They decided to do bypass surgery was the next step. Now, unfortunately, the doctors have given us a direct order to rest, which means no work for a time, the Facebook post says. So there will be no shows currently. However, he said that many people go back to normal activity after 12 weeks. So we plan on being back on the road very soon. So let's hope and pray that he can get back out there and do what he loves to do.
Yep.
And that's it, Rick. That's all I have this week.
Well, very good. And another informative session with Super Dave.
Yeah, and by the way, I want to wish Miss Buna Grigsby a very happy birthday. I know Miss Buna.
Okay, very good.
She's a wonderful person.
She's having a birthday.
Yep, and you know Jamie Bird, right?
Oh, yeah. I know Jamie.
That's Jamie's mommy.
Mm-hmm. She told me how she is, but I'm not going to repeat it.
But, I hope she has a great birthday. And everybody else having a birthday, I hope you have a great one, too.
Well, hey, it was a great time at the Chamber Awards dinner last night. Had the Bob Martin Community Spirit Award was given to Joanne Martin.
Awesome.
Yes. She had no idea. Everybody kept it a secret from her. It's the first time she's ever won it.
I was going to ask you, how was Journey the other night?
It was good. Second time I've seen him, I really enjoyed Toto more because I've never heard them in person before. They were open act. They played for an hour, and Journey played for an hour and a half. But neither one did an encore.
Well,
neither one.
Well, you had a good time. That's all that matters.
That's right. Yep. Some good music was had.
Yeah.
Parking could have been a little easier, but and there was more people there at that concert than at the UK basketball games. That's what it's come down to.
Yeah, I never dreamed I would ever see that.
Yeah. Now, it's going to be interesting to see the crowd tomorrow because Tennessee's coming in. They just beat number 1 Alabama. And, UK beat Tennessee first time around down there when they were number 5 in the nation.
Yeah, it's been like a tale of two teams.
Yep.
Which one's going to show up.
Yep. That is the truth. And we'll have that game on our sister station, Z105. Let's see. Our coverage gets underway tomorrow at 11:30.
Well, regardless, I love my Wildcats.
Yep. Going through a little trial and tribulation right now, but we'll see.
Yeah, it happens to everybody.
Yep. Well, Duke, they got a new coach. They're not doing. North Carolina's not doing like they've been. Kansas is probably about the only one that's held steady. And look at all the number ones, Super Dave, this year. They all got beat.
Yeah. I'd rather be ranked, as far back as I could because it seems to give you some more to play for.
Yeah.
Of course, that's we're on this side watching and not on out there playing. It's kind of hard to look at it from their point of view.
That's right. Hey, you got a birthday tomorrow. Do you realize that Juice Newton will be 71?
Yeah. And her brother makes some really good cookies, Fig.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And tomorrow, Yoko Ono. Remember her, John Lennon's widow? It's going to be 90.
Oh, yeah.
Going to be 90.
Remember her very well.
Yeah. All right, Super Dave. Well,
before I forget it, we was talking about Juice Newton.
Right.
And you remember the song, Baby, I'ma Want You?
Yeah.
By Bread?
Yes.
I found her version of that was Eddie Rabbit here recently.
Really?
Yeah, I had never even known that they had did that song together, and I
didn't
came
either.
across it, and it's not bad.
Huh. Very good. You've discovered another song.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, we'll discover you back here again next Friday morning.
Yeah, and I was going to mention a concert.
Oh, yeah.
I just happened to remember.
Okay.
Joe DiMessina is coming to Renfro Valley.
Okay. Wow.
It's September 26th.
Right. Very good. You got anything coming up as far as karaoke's?
Not for a couple weeks.
Couple weeks, okay.
Yeah, it'll be it's every
2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, yeah. It's
the
second
House.
Tuesday, and then 2 weeks later. So.
Okay, all right, very good. All right, well, Super Dave, hope you have a super weekend, and we look forward to talking again next Friday.
All right, look forward to it.
Take care.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There goes Super Dave, and now at 8:35, here is Joe with his Super News.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. From judge executive to mayor. Earlier this week, Harrodsburg City Commission appointed Scott Mosley to serve as Harrodsburg's mayor. Mosley was named the new mayor at a special called meeting Tuesday, where he will now take over the seat after former mayor Billy Whiteneck stepped down because he was moving outside the city limits. Mosley already has ideas of what he wants to accomplish as the Harrodsburg mayor.
If we can get more funding through the state, then we can use the more of our money that would go towards blacktop, and we can use that more for the general fund that we can put into salaries, more folks helping out the city.
Mosley has experience in office. He was a Harrodsburg City Commissioner for more than a decade, has served as a deputy coroner, and was then appointed to fill the role of Mercer County Judge Executive by Governor Andy Beshear in 2021 after former Judge Millward Dedman stepped down. Harrodsburg citizens will get a chance to vote on the mayor later this year as well. The primary is set for May, and the general election in November. The city of Harrodsburg has also named its new police chief. On Monday, the Harrodsburg City Commission unanimously approved Tim Hurt as the new chief of police for Harrodsburg. He was named the interim police chief in January. Hurt has served in the Harrodsburg Police Department since 2019. And Boyle County Superintendent Mike LaFavors was honored earlier this week. The Eastern Kentucky University Central Kentucky Educational Cooperative named LaFavors the Experience Excellence Superintendent of the Year. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
At Suttles Tree Care, we salute the beauty of the great outdoors. And for those times when the great outdoors isn't so beautiful, you don't have to worry. At Suttles Tree Care, we do it all. We help protect your trees from damage in high winds and storms, even tree and stump removal, land clearing, brush trimming. Let Suttles Tree Care take a look at your property. If there's a tree that could be a problem, we'll let you know and take care of it before the problem happens. At Suttles Tree Care, you get the best for less. Affordable, expert tree and brush trimming, cabling to reduce stress damage on your tree from high winds, weight from ice and snow, and heavy foliage. At Suttles Tree Care, we're your neighbors. We live here. We're a licensed, insured, locally owned business, a family that's been taking care of your land for over 30 years. The great outdoors. It's beautiful. At Suttles Tree Care, we can help you keep it that way. Visit SuttlesTreeCare.com and let's take care of your trees and property before there's a problem. Suttles Tree Care. Get the best for less.
Here are the obituaries. Lonnie Jenkins, age 79 of Harrodsburg, died Tuesday. He was the husband of Nancy Jenkins. Visitation is Friday from 11 at the time of the service at 2 o'clock at Shakertown Baptist Church. Alexander and Royalty Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Ann Nita Crawley, age 67 of Harrodsburg, died Thursday. Visitation is Saturday from 12 noon at the time of the service at 1 o'clock at Alexander and Royalty Funeral Home. Elizabeth Clara Hackbart Jones, age 91 of Harrodsburg, died Sunday. She was the widow of James Jones. Visitation is Sunday from 12 noon to the time of the service at 2 o'clock at Alexander and Royalty Funeral Home. And those are today's obituaries on AM 1420 and 99.5 FM WHBN.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Big changes are coming to the HVAC industry.
The minimum efficiency rating of equipment is increasing nationwide.
If your HVAC system is more than 8 years old, or if you would like a quote on upgrading your current system, call ADA Heating and Air.
Upgrading to a new, more efficient system now will save you money immediately on your utility bills and may qualify you for tax credits in 2023.
Call ADA Heating and Air for a free estimate.
ADA is on the way. Car Express Wash. Don't drive dirty.
Unlimited wash memberships are the best way to take care of your car. Save money and wash for as little as $1 a day at Car Express Wash. Free vacuums with every paid visit. Undercarriage blasters are available on all washes. Family plans, fleet accounts, veterans and first responder discounts. Ask about their discount and loyalty cards. Car Express Wash, Danville Bypass, Big Blue Building.
Car Express Wash. Don't drive dirty. Car Express Wash.
Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school basketball tonight, girl-boy doubleheader at Danville. It's senior night as the Lady Admirals take on South Laurel and the Admirals take on East Jessamine. Girls game tips off at 6. The boys game follows on Z105. It's also senior night tonight for the DCA boys as they'll host McCreary Central. 7:30 tip-off on 103.9 FM WHIR Danville. And all games streamed live online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's here. It's open. It's what you need to get through your day. It's Starbucks, now in Harrodsburg, located at the Campbellsville University behind the clock tower. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Starbucks, it's the coffee for connoisseurs and the comfort for your daily tours. Starbucks in Harrodsburg.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by your Ace Hardware of Harrodsburg and Outdoor Power and Rental. Visit Ace Hardware of Harrodsburg for their winter specials, North College Street.
We've got a chance of flurries today, mostly cloudy with a high of 36. Chance of flurries before 8 tonight, mostly cloudy, gradually becoming mostly clear, low of 24. Sunny tomorrow, high of 48, increasing clouds tomorrow night with a low of 34. Mostly sunny on Sunday, high of 57. Monday, Washington's birthday, scattered showers after 1, partly sunny, high of 54. Right now, we have cloudy skies. 34 degrees in Harrodsburg at it's 8:41 and a half.
Hello, everybody. This is David Hopewell with State Farm Insurance. Welcome to Random Facts with Radio Rick.
Got to see David last night, David Hopewell. And let's see. Not looking for this. Yeah, I'm looking for this. All right. Jill Cutler is on the line, and Jill, we're going to do some random facts real quick because one of our award winners last night has this little bit that he does here. It's David Hopewell, and he does random facts. Now, Jill, Kenny Loggins found a way to fit the iconic Caddyshack line, "Be the Ball," into both themes he did for the original in 1980 and also the horrendous sequel Caddyshack 2 in 1988. That's where Chevy Chase said, "Be the ball, Danny, be the ball." No one's sure exactly which place in New Orleans was the inspiration for the House of the Rising Sun. There are theories it's a hotel, club, restaurant, brothel, or jail. Ty Warner, the guy who created Beanie Babies, only got into the toy business after his acting career failed. They should have called him Tie Babies. I mean, why Beanie? Mel Brooks was a combat engineer in World War II and fought in the Battle of the Bulge. He also got into comedy after he was discharged. And Ricky Gervais was in the new wave group in 1980s called Siona Dancing, and they actually had a song called "More to Lose" that was a huge hit in the Philippines.
Oh, wow.
Philippines, of all places.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, Jill, what a fun time last night at the Chamber Banquet.
Oh, my gosh. It was absolutely amazing. Thank you for being there. And you were able to give out one of the amazing awards. So that was pretty cool. On a neat lady. You want to tell us about that?
Oh, yes. The Bob Allen Community Spirit Awards given away every year in Bob's memory for all the things that he did for the community. And
I know Bob Martin, did Bob Martin start WHBN and Hometown Radio?
Yes, he started, he and Joanne started WHBN together.
Okay.
Love Tree, there's a lot of things they did around the community together. And I thought, I wondered if Joanne had ever won it. And I thought it would be nice, and I knew she would going to It was going to really be something special to her. And we got her up there on stage, and I looked at her, I said, don't you start crying, because I said, you'll get me going. And she had no idea. Everybody kept the secret very well.
Well, they did. It was a big secret. We had a lot of secrets this year, and we enjoy doing that. And, we have to do a little bit of fibbing to get people there sometimes, although Joanne always attends. And thank you for submitting her, Radio Rick.
Yes.
Sometimes we forget about the people behind the people.
Yeah.
And it's easy to do. And she is so unassuming and so humble.
Yes.
And just such a servant. You bringing that out, it was a no-brainer. We were like, oh, my gosh, you're right. She did everything with them. So I know she was unbelievably honored and absolutely touched. And she had so many of her friends and family and her church members there.
Yep.
I mean, it was just so wonderful to see her honored. And thank you for initiating that.
Well, not a problem. It just hit me. I, was just wondering if there's somebody out there that deserved it. And I don't think there was anybody this year, at least, deserved it more than Joanne.
Oh, my gosh. She just was just perfect candidate. And I think this year, Becca and I talked about it, we may have had more nominees for different awards than we ever had before. And we love giving out. It is so hard not to pick everybody.
Right.
I mean, it is so hard. But it is an honor to be nominated. And I remind folks all the time, if they are not chosen this year, they stay on my computer for next year.
Oh.
We've had people win that have been on my computer maybe 2 years or so that, something else just maybe was more appropriate for that particular year, and they've come back around and won it. So if you've been nominated before, I try to keep you on that list to be rethought of later. And so I just want folks to know that it's not over, that we definitely keep those records here, and anybody can nominate a business or a person. Again, they do have to be a chamber member to win a business award, but all the volunteerish citizen style awards, that's certainly no requirement for that. Those people cross all boundaries, but we just love it and love giving the awards. And weren't the awards beautiful?
Yes, they were. Very
beautiful,
nice.
Circles. They kind of had a turquoise wash. I call it a turquoise wash on them. That was done by Bellissimo, one of our members. She does woodworking. And I'm telling you what, I mean, I'm not winning any awards, but I'd like to have one of those on my wall. They're beautiful.
Yeah, they are. They were very nicely done.
Yes, and then another award winner I wanted to mention was our Heritage Award winner was Hazlett Mechanical. Been in business long time, that whole family, and they all were ill. They could not attend last night. So later the committee will be, when they're ready, we're going to go to their place of business and present this award to them, get that picture out there. But I definitely want to, honor Gil Hazlett and his entire family. Debbie works there, just family members, a great staff. I know if I got a need especially for plumbing at my house, the first call I make is Debbie Webb, said, Debbie, I need them over here. Yeah. So anyway, so we want to make sure, that was another one I wanted to mention today. And then just hats off to our chairwoman, Jessica Haraluha.
Yes.
She has her own business with Edward Jones with us and on our board. She's also the Kiwanis president this year. It tells you about her.
Wow.
And she ran this whole thing. She had a full team that did it. I virtually come in and see it when everybody else does. I kind of play just secretary for them. And she and Becca and their whole team just work hours and hours and hours and hours. And it's not over. I mean, we've got stuff we're bringing in the office today, has to be resorted, where things go, et cetera. And so I just want to just sing her praises today, and I hope they're all getting a little bit of a rest. I know some of them aren't. They're going right back out, again today with all their jobs too. Now, I'm in the chamber office today. If anyone needs to pick up one of the programs, a lot of people like to keep a program or extra programs from the chamber banquets. I keep them here. The swag shop is open, so it's just me today. We have the Pioneer Days meeting. Anyone who needs to come on in today. I'm not budging anywhere. Got my Mountain Dew and brought my lunch, so I won't be going anywhere today. So I'll be here, but Monday we are off for President's Day. So just wanted to remind folks, but Radio Rick, if you're open, I'll go ahead and call in like normal.
I will be here. There's no holiday for me.
No holidays for you, no
No.
rest for the weary.
Hey, I got to tell you a funny story. I was on the way out,
Uh-huh.
and I heard this voice, and this little cute lady just running after me, Radio Rick, and I turn around, and who is it but your mom? She wanted to meet me.
Him.
Yes,
I have to meet him.
she said, I didn't think I could run that fast. She was
Oh
running.
my gosh, she came and got me, and she said, I have to find Radio Rick. I have to talk to him. I'm like, okay. So, she wanted to see the voice behind who she listens to.
Oh, that's
So,
very,
and
very
she
nice
said your
meeting
wife
her.
was lovely.
Oh,
She
thank
said
you.
your wife was lovely too.
Oh, that was just so funny because
Yes.
just heading out the door, and then she said, I didn't think I could run that fast.
Yeah, absolutely. And she got to put a face with your voice. You're
Okay.
always saying you've got a face for radio.
I'm saying,
she wanted to see the face for radio.
Okay, well, there you go. So
well, thank you for letting me
Yeah.
call in kind of impromptu
Sure.
today and do a little bragging on you and Joanne Martin and a couple others.
very good. And again, a good time was had by all, Jill.
Yes, sir.
Good job.
Thank you, Radio.
Thank
Rick.
you.
Everyone have a great Friday and a good weekend.
And we'll talk Monday.
Yes, sir.
All
Bye-bye.
right, bye. Jill Cutler from the Mercer Chamber. We are going to have a pinch hitter for Kim King. Speaker Pro Tem David Meade is supposed to be calling in, so wait for that. It is 8:51.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Kyle Larson from the outside lane crosses the start-finish line.
2023 season gets underway in Daytona.
Denny Hamlin gets turned, and they're wadding it up in the back of the pack.
For the great American race.
And at age 23, Austin Cindric has scored the Daytona 500 win.
It's the Daytona 500.
Coverage starts at 1:30 this Sunday afternoon on WHIR 103.9 FM.
Download a sheet wave for the dunk.
Hi, it's Tom Leach. Join me and the Goose, Wildcat Hall of Famer Jack Givens, for Kentucky basketball all season long. And tune in Dave Baker and two-time national champ Cameron Mills for our Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Tip-Off coverage. It starts 90 minutes before game time on the UK Sports Network.
It's all right here on this UK Sports Network station. Your home for the Cats and the hits is WRNZ FM C105. Go Cats!
All right, go Cats. It's 8:52. I believe the pinch hitter has shown up. We saw him warming up on deck for Kim King, and this is Speaker Pro Tem David Meade. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Rick. Thanks for having me on this morning.
Not a problem. Thank you for pinch hitting for Kim King. She said her voice is shot, the back in Frankfurt again, and she's been doing a lot of talking about a lot of things to talk about in Frankfurt.
She has, and she regrets that she couldn't be on here this morning, but her voice, we've noticed her voice has been going the last couple of days. And this morning, she's at the point where she just can't talk. She feels fine, but the voice is gone. But she has done a lot of talking this week, presenting to groups, and she also had a bill that was presented in committee and on the floor yesterday. We just started passing bills yesterday, and hers is one of the very first ones we did. So she's had a lot of work that she's done this week.
Well, and then she's always good about doing that, about following up, letting people know, and letting people get in touch with her. And I think that's to be commended. Because some people go and hide behind a desk or behind a phone or something, but she makes herself accessible to her constituents.
She is, and she's just an all-around good representative back home in the district, but also up here. Half of the job is getting to know folks up here, building a relationship, and having that relationship where they trust you and they want to work with you to pass legislation and get things for her district, and she does a great job with that.
Well, if I didn't know better, you got a voice that would be very good for auctions or something like that. I mean, you just got you got a good, powerful, speaking, fast voice. You possibly don't do anything like that, do you?
I believe you've been tipped off.
No, I haven't been tipped off. I heard the name, but I could tell the voice. I've heard your voice before.
I do. I'm an auctioneer
yes.
and a realtor, and I still, although I'm doing this most of the time now, I still do that on the side.
Well, give us a quick David Meade background of what you do and where you've been, where you grew up.
Well, I grew up in Lincoln County, lived my whole life there, and I know you have some listeners that are from my area, so I want to say hi to them. But I grew up in Lincoln County, lived pretty much my whole life there until I went to college, where I met my wife, and we moved back to Lincoln County a few years ago, and I represent now Lincoln County and Garrett County. But I started my career in electrical engineering from UK, and then changed careers, went into real estate, and now I'm kind of back in the industrial field doing fabrication and machinery moving.
Okay. So when you say fabrication, you're talking about lying, right?
We build anything that not really lying. No, we can. Some politicians will do that, but no,
surely not.
Metalwork and any of that.
Well, David, how long have you been in politics?
This is my 11th session that I've been here. Kim came in, I believe it was maybe one term before I did, something like that. So we've served together and built up a good relationship and friendship since we've been here working together.
So what have you gotten out of the session so far, David, that you liked, or are some things that you want to see happen?
Well, I'm sure she's told you that we came in the very first week and we passed the income tax reduction bill, the measure that's going to take it from it took it from 5% to 4.5% this January, and next January we'll take it from 4.5% to 4%. So we're always happy when we can let folks keep more money in their pockets. But we also are focusing right now on juvenile justice. We've got some issues there in that department that we're going to try to work and fix and make sure that our kids are safe when they have to be in those centers. And basically after that, it's mostly going to be housekeeping things. This is a short session, and we're trying to get back to what the short sessions are meant for, where you take your time, you work on budget fixes or cleanup language, whatever it may be, and that's primarily what we're going to focus on from this point forward.
David, let me ask you a couple questions, if I may. What are your thoughts about the gaming? That's on a lot of people's tongues right now.
It is, and I'm not real sure. All that discussion is mostly going on over in the Senate because it's, as you've probably seen the last couple of years, there's some action that has happened in the House, but the Senate is more working on those type things right now. We haven't had much discussion on that because we're primarily focused over here on doing a few cleanup things as we see it.
Right. What about the CBD? What's your opinion about that? The medicinal part of it.
On medicinal marijuana?
Yeah.
That's an issue that I'm asked about quite often, and I'm kind of on the fence on that one. I understand that there are some benefits to it, and I continue to do research on that. But sometimes we have some worries about having it spread too much, that we open it up too much for recreational and things like that. So it's one that I'm on the fence about, I can tell you.
And it needs to be regulated because, like you said, it can be turned into recreational, and but for the people that really need it, to make their quality of life better, I can understand that angle of it.
Hey, absolutely, and we hear from some of the mothers. There's a group called Mothers for Medical Marijuana, and we hear from them sometimes, and they are fighting for what they believe for their children, and so you can't fault them at all. And I understand where they're coming from on their situation as well.
Well, anything else, David, that you would like to mention right now? That since you've got the floor, as it were, and before I do that, what does it mean, the Speaker Pro Tem? What exactly is that, and what do you do?
Well, I am the number 2 guy in the House, so when the Speaker he needs to come down from that stand for any reason, whether it's a meeting or whether it's just been a long day and he needs to pass off that gavel, then I go up there and run the House. So we take turns doing that. Typically, you'll see him probably in the stand as we get moving bills. He'll be in the stand probably 60 to 65% of the time, and then I'll be in the stand the rest of the time.
Is that kind of a feeling of power, I would guess, because you got the gavel there and you're able to get things moving?
Actually, it's not. It's more about service because we're elected by the entire House of Representatives. So okay. we serve them. We serve this entire state. So for us, it's more a job of service than anything.
Okay. Any final words, David?
No, just you all have, like I said, have a terrific representative for your area, and I just appreciate you giving me some time to come on this morning. I know that I can't fill her shoes, but I'm glad to step in forward to at least pinch hit, like you said.
Yeah. Well, very good. Well, David Meade, thank you for your service in what you do, and thank you again for pinch hitting, and we will talk again sometime maybe in the future.
All right. Well, thanks, Rick. You have a good morning.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
David Meade, he's pinch hitting there for Kim King, and Larry the Legend Sanders has entered the compound. And speaking of compounds, this is WHBN Harrodsburg, the Rooster, your community voice since 1955 on AM 1420, FM 99.5, on the World Wide Web at hometownlive.net. That is your safe distancing store that's open 24/7. That's right. And where you'll save on goods and services you need and want 20, 30, up to 50%. Check it out at hometownlive.net. Click on big deals and save you some money. We're also on CKYTV.net channel 2. It is 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Jim Forbes. Upper New York and northern New England are bracing for a major ice storm. Forecasters warn that heavy ice will cause power outages, hazardous driving conditions, and damage to trees and power lines today and tonight from Maine to western New York. Authorities are urging drivers to avoid travel as roads can turn into sheets of ice and may have fallen power lines. Airline delays and flight cancellations are also possible across the region. The 5 Memphis police officers charged with murdering Tyree Nichols are set to appear in court today. They were fired after footage was released of Nichols being beaten during a traffic stop in January, eventually dying 3 days later. 2 Shelby County Sheriff's deputies were suspended this week in connection with Nichols' death. Parents and students are sounding off in New Jersey after the suicide of a student who was bullied. Scott Pringle explains.
Students and parents lashed out at board members of the Central Regional School District in Berkeley Township for what they feel is a culture of bullying.
She already reported about how she was being bullied, and you guys just sat there and did nothing.
My daughter has anxiety because of this police.
This was the first board meeting since 14-year-old Adriana Cush took her own life days after video spread on social media of her getting attacked in school. The interim superintendent insists the district had been following state law and anti-bullying efforts and says they will do more to prevent it in the future.
And a district attorney in Northern California says crimes went way up after the state's zero bail reform policies went into effect. Yolo County DA Jeff Reisig's office published a study comparing repeat offenders who posted bail with those who were released with low or no bail. The study says the low and no bail criminals committed new crimes more often, more quickly, and were accused of 200 times more violent crimes. And that's the very latest. I'm Jim Forbes.
I'd rather ride a bike with my kids than ride in an ambulance.
I'd rather have a catch with my dog Curtis than catch pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with certain chronic conditions like heart disease, asthma, or diabetes, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Learn more at Prevnar20.com. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Evidence in Dominion Voting Systems lawsuit against Fox News revealed that Fox chairman Rupert Murdoch and Fox News hosts say they didn't believe former President Donald Trump's false claims of election fraud. In court papers filed on Thursday, text messages, emails, and testimony from depositions show that Fox executives and TV personalities, including Sean Hannity, Tucker Carlson, and Laura Ingraham, expressed disbelief of claims that the 2020 election between Trump and Democrat Joe Biden was rigged. Dominion is suing Fox and its cable networks, Fox News and Fox Business, for $1.6 billion. The company claims the networks and hosts televised and did not refute claims they knew were false. YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki is stepping down. She said on Thursday she'll continue working with YouTube teams, coaching members, and meeting with creators. She'll also take on an advisory role across Google and Alphabet. The 54-year-old Wojcicki joined YouTube as a CEO in 2014. Former Buffalo Bills and San Diego punter Matt Araiza is trying to keep his career going south of the border. Eddie McCoven has more.
Ariza has been practicing with the Tijuana Galgos, which is part of a professional American football league in Mexico. But the former Bills punter says he has not signed a contract with the team, but did say he is applying for Mexican citizenship. Ariza was released from the Bills after a civil suit was filed against him and two other former San Diego State football players, accusing them of raping an underage girl at an off-campus house party. No criminal charges were filed. I'm Eddie McCoven.
And some local artists are finding a unique way to protest Florida's education policies. A St. Petersburg theater company called American Stage is opening a library that will house banned books. Organizers hope to have copies of every book that's not allowed in Pinellas County schools. And that's the latest. I'm Jim Forbes.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The city of Harrodsburg has named its new police chief. On Monday, the Harrodsburg City Commission unanimously approved Tim Hurt as the new chief of police for Harrodsburg. He was named the interim police chief in January. Hurt has served in the Harrodsburg Police Department since 2019. Yesterday was the annual Mercer County Chamber of Commerce Awards dinner, and we have the winners. The winner of the Bob Martin Community Spirit Award was Joanne Martin for her spirit and enthusiasm for the Harrodsburg area. The Jane Coombs Educator of the Year Award went to Joe Pfister. The Heritage Award went to the Hazlets. The New Business of the Year, or Young Entrepreneur of the Year, was given to House of Reverie Massage. The Civic Group of the Year winner went to Chloe's Petals of Hope. The Geld Chambers Brown Volunteer of the Year Award was given to Donna Linton. The Charles McGinnis Good Citizen Award was won by Brandy Beasley. The Farmer of the Year was awarded to Zach and Christina Lewis. The Leon Mayo President's Award went to Jack Coleman. The Leadership Award was given to David Hopewell. The Chamber Workforce Development Champion was given to the Trailblazer Academy, while the Festival of the Year Award went to the Bergen Christmas Parade. All those awards were given out yesterday at the Mercer County Chamber of Commerce. Danville High School's forensics team will compete in the state tournament tomorrow after they advanced past the regional competition earlier this month. Danville junior Grace Haynes and senior Michaela McKenzie, who compete in the original oratory competition, and junior June Wagner in broadcast announcing, pace the way for the Admirals. I'm Joe Mathis.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
Here's a simple truth about higher education. If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. From 6-week certificates to 2- or 4-year degrees. There's an option for you. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
The hometown place where all the locals eat is the old bus station in downtown Harrodsburg. The fresh veggies and sides, the famous banana soft serve ice cream, all make it a great place to eat with family and friends. Stop in for breakfast or come by for lunch. Be sure to get a Titan burger or a Bulldog burger. And when the weather is nice, enjoy a meal on the outdoor patio. Specials every day. Call ahead for carryout. Located in Harrodsburg on South Greenville Street, the old bus station restaurant, open Tuesday through Saturday 7 to 2. The old bus station in downtown Harrodsburg.
Now open, it's the new Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet in Harrodsburg on North College, featuring wall-to-wall savings on carpet, hardwood, vinyl, tile, and stone. The pros at Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet will take the time to show you how to care for and how to maintain your new flooring that'll make it last for years to come. Discover all the benefits you'll receive by shopping at the new Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet, open Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5, Saturday 10 to 2. The new Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet, 540 North College Street, next to Timmy's 5 Point. They'll floor you.
Did you know there's only one full-service jewelry store in 5 counties? And it's not at the mall, and it's not a national chain or any box store. I'm talking about B&L Jewelers right here in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. This is Lauren. Our prices and quality cannot be matched, and everything you purchase from B&L Jewelers is backed by a free lifetime guarantee. The mall and department store folks make big money selling their guarantees to folks who don't know about us. We offer full services that can't be matched by anyone. Any type of jewelry repair or remount, or just answers to simple questions from a real jeweler on site right here in our store. We know that your jewelry is precious to you, so we do all of our repairs in-house and in an average of 3 days. We can take care of all your engraving needs, from simple plaques to major corporate logos, even those champagne or wine bottles for those special occasions, all done here by your trusted jeweler. We believe in treating our clients like friends, not like customers. We have a free 6-month layaway. We offer up to 60 months financing, 12 months same as cash financing, no credit check financing available as well. Why would you go anywhere else? B&L Jewelers is the only intelligent choice for all your jewelry needs.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Arnold Family MedSave Pharmacy, saving you on all your prescription drugs. Located on South College Street across from Pizza Hut. Arnold Family MedSave Pharmacy.
We've got a chance of flurries today, mostly cloudy, high of 36. Chance of flurries before 8 tonight, mostly cloudy, gradually becoming mostly clear, low of 24. Sunny tomorrow, high of 48. Increasing clouds tomorrow night, low of 34. Mostly sunny on Sunday, high of 57. Monday, Washington's birthday, scattered showers after 1, partly sunny, high of 54. Scattered showers on Tuesday, partly sunny, high of 61. Scattered showers on Wednesday, partly sunny, high of 69. Get this, Thursday, scattered showers, mostly sunny, high of 72. Right now, we have cloudy skies, 34 degrees in Harrodsburg at 9:10. Good Friday morning to you. It's the 17th day of February. Radio Rick, glad to have you along. Thanking you so much for making us a part of your Friday morning on WHBN AM and FM, hometownlive.net, CKYTV.net, Channel 2. Birthdays, anniversaries, and road situations can be done at 859-734-4321, 734-4321. And the DQ birthday cake giveaway is going to be happening again before 10 o'clock this morning for those having a birthday between the 11th and 17th. Deshaun Bartleson, Jackie Bug, Kirsten Byers, Colton Horn, Taylor Logue, Sarah Neiman, Bryce Broderick, Amanda Buchanan, Buena Grigsby, and Carlita Daniels all registered for the DQ ice cream cake. Man, have we got a load of birthdays, and we do them for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We got Diamond Nicole, Troy Brewer, Masik Tagaruk, Brittany Bethea, David Tandrin, Chad Blackwell, Buena Grisby, Sagan Robbins, Carlita Daniels. Tomorrow, Christy Holt Bertrand, Kyle Wynn, Darren Ransdell, Jackie Powell, Danny Rosner, J.J. McConaughey. On Sunday, Donna Patton, Barbie Sutherland, Erica Vaught, Mike Paris, Mike Summers, Bethany Lester, Heather Thomas, Denon Ditto, Brittany Watson, Gina Backfish, Morgan Burnson, and Bella Craig, all celebrating birthdays. What a bunch.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from Martina McBride. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Martina. We appreciate you stopping by to sing happy birthday to our birthday-ers. Now, today is Champion Crab Races Day, My Way Day, National Cabbage Day, National Cafe Latte Day, National Public Science Day, and World Human Spirit Day. So celebrate those accordingly. I don't know whether I should get this or not, but we'll find out, Rick. Good morning. You're on WHBN.
Good morning. I wanted to add another birthday to the list.
Sure.
And for the cake.
Okay. Who we got?
Annie Decker.
Annie Decker?
Yep.
Annie Decker. Okay. And what is the phone number if Annie would happen to win?
704-486. Oh shit, man! My memory's bad. 798-4586. I'm sorry. 704-798-4586.
798-4586. Okay. Annie is now registered.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Busy
Well,
day, huh?
yeah, I'm telling you, Rick Lee. I'll tell you what. One more thing we're going to do here before we get to you and talk about your book, Saved from Debt. We light the fuse and start the weekend. You want to put a headset on? You can hear this. All right. This is Power Hour number 4. All right. And we always start the weekend a little early. See if one of one of these buttons here.
Oh, okay.
See if you hear my voice. Just turn up until you start hearing my voice come through there. One of them will control. Is that better? Okay. Very good. This is Power Hour number 4, and we start the weekend, Rick, a little early because we can, all right? And this is how we do it.
That's old school there.
I bet you've heard that
I can
voice.
identify with that. Yes.
Did you used to watch Fred Flintstone?
I did, absolutely.
Did you
Saturday
really?
mornings.
Well, welcome Rick Lee, and you've got a book. First off, before we even get into this, give us a little background on Rick Lee, who you are, and where you grew up, and why you wrote the book. But
Sure, Rick. So I'm actually a Chicago, Illinois native.
Oh.
Was born and raised there. I left Chicago, attended college at the undergraduate level at the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa. So I would definitely say a hearty roll tide for fans who are listening.
Yeah.
While I was there, competed sports for a little while, got an injury, so ended up pursuing the military. So my father asked me if you ever thought about the military. Initially, I said no, but when I thought about all the things that the military had in it's similar to sports, I decided to pursue that. So I was commissioned as an officer in the U.S. Army.
Oh, well, thank you for your service.
You're welcome. My first duty station was the 101st Airborne, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Left there, went to Germany, and subsequently to the Gulf War. And got out after that and started working for a company called Corning in Harrodsburg, Kentucky. And that's what brought me to this region. So since then, I've worked at a couple of other places. Been blessed to have a wife of almost 39 years.
Wow.
4 adult kids. And I guess the rest is history.
How many grandkids you got?
Don't have any yet. I've got
Really?
one that's married. Yeah,
Okay.
my youngest son's a doctor of physical therapy in the Nashville area. But so he may be the first. We're not pushing him. We said you
when it happens, it's going to happen.
You bear them, we spoil them, and then send them back home.
That's
so.
it. That's exactly what grandparents we're supposed to do.
Exactly.
All right. Well, you wrote this book. It's called Saved from Debt. Why did you write it, and what's the motivation behind it?
Yeah, so over the years, Rick had learned to be a little bit more fiscally reliable. Responsible. And through the years, my kids, as they got older, would ask me questions about money management, and I started working in the business world. And as you get in certain positions, you have responsibility not only for, say, a task, be it maintenance or engineering, but you also have to manage the money. And, I noticed, especially in the job before the one I have now, had responsibility for managing the budget for my department. And if you had any kind of discrepancies, you'd have to go sit down with the plant controller, accountant, and you have to manage the dollars to the penny. And my wife and I had started down that trek of personal management through the years, and my kids started asking me questions as they got older about money. And I thought, well, that's a good thing. They're trying to, if they want to learn that, I certainly want to teach them about that. We all have to, we need money to get by. And so subsequently, one of my kids said, you need to just put that in a book, Dad, some of the things you've kind of taught us and quizzed us about. So that was sort of the genesis of the book.
And tell us a little bit about the book. What can first off, where can you get the book, and then tell us what they can find once they start leafing through the book.
Okay, so the book is available at a local level at the Harrodsburg Herald, as well as being on Amazon. And so one of the things that I use sort of as a template is I had a series of 6 questions, and I sort of preface my lead in if you look on Amazon, and the 6 questions are: do you know how much you save and how much you spend each month? Do you have a rainy day fund? Are you aware of cost savings tips for energy waste and other money grabbers? Are you living paycheck to paycheck? Are you behind on credit card payments? Do you want to be a better money manager? So based on the yes or no answers for each of those, I would tell you that this book could help you out. So as I was thinking about this and constructing it, I have a money manager for us a financial planner. And I kind of asked him about the idea, and I thought, well, am I on the right track? Because you can be at a level where some people obviously have millions and they have absorbent funds and those types of things, and some people at a very elementary level trying to live day to day. And so I was trying to think of something that could help people at the lowest level and sort of the basics of how to manage money, and that's how I came up with this book. So, one of the first things that really that I put in the introduction of the book is when my wife and I would look at the finances and we start paying for bills and writing checks and stuff. My youngest daughter would kind of be watching and observing. And one day we were having a discussion on something we wanted to buy and whether or not we could afford it. And my youngest daughter just said, why don't you just write a check, Dad? And I had to explain to her that, there has to be something back in that little piece of paper that's called a check. And she just thought it was like a magical checkbook.
Yeah.
And so we talked about that. And then I started looking at that and contrasted it against how we manage things at the governmental level and how we spend money. And so I heard an interesting set of stories on C-SPAN one day. I was listening to some presidents, and they were giving presidential addresses. And President Reagan in 1981 was giving an address about the national debt, and he talked about the national debt was essentially getting out of control because it had crossed the threshold to $1 trillion.
Ooh,
imagine that, $1 trillion. And so he said that would be the equivalent of if you took a stack of $1,000 bills and stacked them on top of each other, that would be 67 miles high.
Ooh.
And so we thought that was big. You flash forward to another one of the presidents, and he was talking about the debt had gone up to $4 trillion or $3 trillion, and that was actually 4 times as high, or we go 267 miles in space, according to my calculations. And now you flash forward, and at the time of me writing this book, it was $30 trillion, now $31 trillion. So that would be the equivalent of if you stacked $1,000 bills side by side next to each other, that would stretch from Miami to about Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Wow.
So, that's how much out of control we've got with our spending. So, as Americans, we have personal responsibility for managing our money as well. So that's kind of how that all came about. And in some countries, when you look at it historically, in 2015, Venezuela basically went bankrupt, and they went into hyperinflation as a country. And it's one of the most oil-rich countries in the world, so it's not a resource issue. And then you go even further back to Germany, and Germany between World War I and World War II, it took a barrel's worth of marks, which is kind of like our dollar, Deutschmarks, to buy a loaf of bread between World War I and World War II, and they went into hyperinflation. And the money was so devalued that it would take, kids would take the marks and use them to make boxes, and women would make bread out of, make dresses out of them. So essentially, it had no value at all. So we don't need to get there.
Well, we need to get to this place right here. We have to pay a few bills. Talking about money at 9:23, my guest is Rick Lee. Got a book, Saved from Debt, and we'll be back with more right after these on WHBN AM and FM.
Royal Flush Piping is proud to announce their new septic tank pumping service. Health departments recommend septic tanks be pumped every 3 to 5 years based on home occupancy. Regular pumping keeps your septic system operating and avoids backups and rotten smells. Should you need excavation and location service, it's available for an additional fee. Call now to schedule a pumping.
If you're looking for a plumber you can trust, pick up the phone and call Royal Flush, 859-319-1111. 1286.
Call now to schedule a pumping.
Available 24 hours a day so you don't have to wait. Call the plumbing pros at Royal Flush Piping at 859-319-1286.
Catch these New Year savings at your Napa of Harrodsburg store today. Now at Harrodsburg Napa, get a 1008 jump starter with a 3.1 USB powered LED work light for $68.99. Get a $20 rebate on purchase of any Legend or Legend AGM automotive battery, or get a $25 rebate on a purchase of a AAA premium automobile battery. Napa Premium Performance Motor Oil, $3.59 a quart, or $18.99 for 5 quarts. These prices are good through February 28th. Your one-stop shop for savings is at your Harrodsburg Napa on North College Street. Don't forget to sign up for Napa Rewards.
I'm Katie George, and if you want to save a bunch of Benjamins, then don't miss the President's Day sales event at Cartown Kia.
Lease the 2023 Kia Forte for just $299 down and $299 per month.
And if you take home over $350 a week, we have lenders that want to approve you. Save a bunch of Benjamins at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $299 down, $299 per month. 2566 to assign 36 monthly, 10,000 miles per year plus tax, title, license, docket, acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer and option. See dealer for details. Offer expires February 28th.
Do you own a business? If so, save money and time with Farmers National Bank's free business checking. You receive 1,000 free monthly transaction items, free online banking, free bill pay, free e-statements. Plus, you get a free gift at account opening. Call us at 866-888-0220 or stop into one of our convenient locations for assistance. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. $50 minimum deposit at account opening. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's 9:25 and a half on WHBN AM and FM. My guest is Rick Lee. He's got a book, Saved from Debt. Rick, we got about 5 minutes left. So how long did it take for you to put this book together?
I would say when I really got into it and started penning things, it took about a year and a half to get it done. And I tried to, again, touch on some basic principles. So one of the first things people need to look at, if you don't take anything else away from this discussion, is to have a budget. You'd be surprised how many people don't have a budget or have anything on paper and have written it down. The statistics say that about 55% or one out of every 2 people in America don't have a written budget. So if you don't know how much you make and spend, how can you control it? That's really important. Credit card debt's a $1 trillion industry. And then the statistics say basically 3 out of every 4 or 75 to 80% of people live paycheck to paycheck.
Those credit cards can get you in trouble if you're not careful. It used to be hard to get those things, but I mean, they like send them to teenagers. I mean,
they do.
They're a trap to me. You got to really be careful because the interest rate are so high on those things. You look at the short portion of it, and you got to take the long view of it. What you're actually paying. Sometimes you're only even paying the principal. You're not even.
Absolutely. And they tell you, Rick, in fairness to credit card companies, they tell you if you pay at the rate that they tell you can pay at, it can take you typically 20 plus years, as opposed to if you pay above that, you can get it done in, say, like a 3-year window. So, but yeah, the psychological impact of that, and people have talked about it. And I know for my generation, when you pull out something that's green versus pulling out something that's plastic, there's a different feeling when those dollars leave your hand. Yeah. Like, this stuff is going away, and I either got to make it back or there's nothing else to fill it. So plastic has a totally different feel. It's almost like a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Yeah.
So, that's important. Talk about cars and buying a new car and how much a car depreciates. So even a new car over a 5-year period is almost fully depreciated, and how much you lose in terms of value as soon as that car.
Driving off right off the lot, you lose value.
As soon as you cross that line in the parking lot. Talked about the cost of college tuition, which is not regulated. And, when my kids went to school, especially the last ones, the books that they paid for almost covered my whole college tuition when I was in college. So I know I'm kind of dating myself, but still there's some expenses associated with that. So there's a section on spending. There's a section on earning, looking at entrepreneurship, and I've shared some personal stories where I had some failures and some learnings. So I'm definitely in here with you. Talked a little bit about saving and investing and thinking about what you need to do to build a financial house. I actually have a model for that in the book, and really understanding what you get for your money. And a lot of people don't pay attention to it, but just as an example, I've got an account. My wife and I at a big bank, and they pay 0.01%. That's not 0.1. That's 0.01%, which is essentially a penny for what you have in the bank. And if you invest in something like an I-bond, they pay you 4 to at one time about 8%. Whoa. So it's thousands of times greater. Then I've got some information on some cost savings tips. There's about 75 cost savings tips in here. And then talk about the basics of giving once you're in a financial position so you can invest in the lives of others. So, sometimes as parents, we want to make sure our kids are in a good financial position, but we have to get ourselves there first before we can help somebody else. It's sort of like the analogy of putting your oxygen mask on first when you're on an airplane. I thought that was kind of odd, but then as I understood it, you have to get yourself healthy first before you can help a child or an infant. So
very good. All right, Saved by Debt. Again, tell everybody where they can find the book.
Sure. You can find the book again at the Harrodsburg Herald, locally in the town of Harrodsburg, or it's on Amazon as well. I tried to make it affordable, so it's $9.99.
Okay.
Try to keep it under $10, and I'm actually working on an e-version of that as well that will be even cheaper, so that people can afford it. A lot of people can't afford $30 for a book to learn how to save money.
Save money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get that back. Rick Lee, we'll have to have you back again sometime, and good luck with how. When did this come out? By the way,
came out officially in December of last year. So.
Okay, so it's still fairly new. You're gaining momentum and
fairly new with the holidays going on. I really didn't get a chance to do a lot of advertising or promoting, so just want to talk about it now and thank you for inviting me as well, Rick.
All right, very good. Eric Lee's been my guest. Thank you so much. We have got, speaking of guests, we got Larry the Legend Sanders. He is warming up in the bullpen as we speak at 9:31.5.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Silver Star Gun and Ammo in Harrodsburg. They buy, sell, or trade. Silver Star Gun and Ammo in Harrodsburg, across from the Mercer County Library on Lexington Street.
We've got a chance of flurries today, mostly cloudy with a high of 36 for tonight. A chance of flurries before 8, mostly cloudy. Gradually becoming mostly clear at a low of 24. Tomorrow, sunny, a high of 48. Tomorrow night, increasing clouds with a low of 34. Mostly sunny on Sunday, high of 57. And Monday, which is Washington's birthday, President's Day, I'm assuming, too. And it's going to be scattered showers after 1 o'clock on Monday, partly sunny, high of 54. Right now, we're still holding at 34 degrees under cloudy skies at 9:32. Larry the Legend Sanders is coming up with our special guest right after this.
I'm tired of working on my old worn-out farm equipment.
Hey, have you been over to County Equipment yet?
No, where's that at?
They're the guys over at Exit 48 off the Bluegrass Parkway.
Well, I can't afford to buy new equipment.
They got the biggest selection of used equipment I've seen anywhere.
Stop by County Equipment and check out their large selection of no-till seed drill, hay equipment, manure spreaders, and three-point attachment. Give them a call at 502-839-7373. CountyEquipment.com.
All right. Larry the Legend Sanders, come on in. Sit right down here. I got to see Larry the Legend Sanders last night at you need to. Yeah. Can we take that back with you? Yeah. Okay. All right. Sure. All right. Yeah, there you go. Okay, very good. Yeah, Larry was at the banquet last night, the chamber banquet, and a lot of fun was had there.
Sure was.
Yeah. And speaking of fun, you have another fun guest. His name is Jack Martin. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning.
Larry the Legend Sanders is here with us right now as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, good.
Jack, you've had an interesting career. Of course, I know a couple of your mentors, and so won't you just share a little bit or all you can with us about it?
Well, yeah, I have. I've played since about 1951, 52. I started. Mom got me a guitar, but and I played around here. But it was when I got in the Army, I was in the medics, and lo and behold, a new man came into the medics, and it was Roland White. In the Army, he was called Roland LeBlanc because they were from Maine. He and his brother Clarence, they're both well-known pickers, you know. And so we had a band, of course, a bluegrass band, the Southern Mountain Boys. And when I got out of the Army, I came back here to Paducah and got in another band with Scotty Henson and Mark Peake and David Myers played fiddle and Jerry Mills. And we had a really good band. And we had a TV show, which really helped us out. We got a lot of bookings, man. We could book for just about anything. And anyway, when TV show stopped, that ended. Why our career kind of fizzled. We weren't getting the air play, you know, like we were when we had that TV show. But anyway, Roland had gone back to California and teamed up with his brother Clarence and the Kentucky Colonels band. And they weren't doing well, so Bill Monroe went through California and needed a guitar player, so Roland filled that spot. And Roland came back here to Nashville from California with Bill Monroe and worked for him for 3 years. But he got me he went on and started working with Lester Flatt, but our friendship, he got me a audition with Bill Monroe at the Opry, Grand Ole Opry, and I was going to play bass with Bill. Bill was looking for a bass man. And so I went down there, and Bill played a very difficult tune. I think he did it on purpose. It was called Dusty Miller. To me, it was difficult. I'd never played much. We hadn't played it before. But anyway, I winged my way through it, I guess. But Bill said, will you help me out, and I'll help you out. And he said, we're going to go to Bean Blossom, and so you can come with us. And so he said, just wait for me in the parking lot of the Opry. And so I waited. I was driving a Volkswagen. He finally came out. It was a long time. I waited and waited and waited out there in the Opry parking lot. And he took off. I was going to meet them at Truck City where they kept the bus. And he took off in that station wagon. I was in this Volkswagen. It would hold my bass, upright bass, really good, but that humped up top, you know. And he was flying down Dickerson Pike, and I had my foot all the way to the floor. That little Volkswagen was doing everything it had ever done before, and more. And finally, he put his blinker on, and he kept on going. In there to my left was Truck City. So I went over there and waited with the guys, and that would have been Kenny Baker, Rural Yarborough, and James Monroe, Bill's son. And we waited around a little coffee shop there till Bill did whatever he was doing. He got back. It was probably close to 1 o'clock in the morning, you know. And we got on the bus, which was, they called it the Bluegrass Breakdown. And Kenny drove, and we went to Bean Blossom. And we were going to do a show there in the old barn, which we did. Kenny and Rural and James and I started, and Bill was nowhere to be seen. And after we'd played about 15 minutes, while Bill came in, jumped up on stage, and played the show with us. So anyway, I'd come from Paducah to Nashville, and then got on their bus and went from Nashville to Bean Blossom, Indiana, and done a show, had played a show, and Bill paid me $20.
$20?
Yeah, $20, $20 bill. And I came back home a little bit discouraged, you know.
Yeah.
It didn't look like a big job opportunity. But Bill didn't call. I expected him to call. And Bill was just, his mind was on music all the time. He didn't pay any attention to business or bills or stuff like that. You know, I think he was in arrears with his mechanic work on his bus, but this, that, and the other. But anyway, his son James was going to take off and get a band. So he called me, and so I went down and auditioned with James, and they paid. I got a job with James, and he played a lot of stuff with Bill, his dad, you know, Bill Monroe. And so Bill didn't have a bass player, so I'd play James's show with him, and then I'd play with Bill. And, of course, I never got paid for playing with Bill. I just got paid $25 of what they paid a show. You could be gone a week. If you played one show, you made $25. Yeah, that's the way it worked. But, you know, I was wanting to get my foot in the door. And matter of fact, we went went to Cosby, Tennessee. It's a little Deliverance-like town in Tennessee. Cosby, Tennessee. It's up in the mountains. And we got there. James had it figured wrong. We got there the wrong weekend. Oh, no. They had a ramp festival. A ramp's an onion-like thing, and they have a ramp festival, and that's what we were playing for. So we went up there, and it was the wrong weekend, so we just had to turn around and come back.
Oh, no.
And, yeah, and guess what? We didn't get paid. They were big on don't get paid, the Monroe's were. But anyway, once again, I could see there wasn't a good future in this. So I worked with James about 3 or 4 months. And I just quit. I came back home to Paducah. Well, I had been playing a lot of festivals and places with James and Bill, you know, in Texas and wherever they played. McKinney, Texas, we played a lot there. And so I had kind of gotten my foot in the door. And so along about February of 72, Lance Leroy was Lester Flatt's manager, and he called. I was sitting here at my desk, and he said Uncle Josh that played the dobro was going to quit. And would I like a job playing bass and some dobro? And so I told him, yeah, I would. That was the job that I really wanted. It was like looking for a needle in a haystack. It was unbelievable. I wanted to play dobro with Lester Flatt. And here it was, just a godsend. But
Jack, what is the dobro? For maybe people don't really know, they may have heard of it.
A dobro looks just like a regular Spanish guitar, except you turn it up like you sit it flat on your lap, and it has a metal pie pan in the middle of it. Usually 2 screen holes in the top upper bouts. And it's actually a steel guitar, but it's an acoustic steel guitar. Okay. Some people electrify them, but most people play them just acoustic. And I had one I got from Ralph Lockhart in Mayfield, Kentucky. He sold it to me about 1968. It's a great one, wonderful. I love it. And it's a 1936 Model 29 dobro, similar to what Josh and Oswald played. But anyway, I quit Monroe's, and then Lance called me and wanted me to play bass in dobro. So they set up a time for me to come to Lester Flatt's house. So I knew Roland. See, Roland and I were still communicating, getting together. And I went down to Roland's, and then later on we went to Lester's house in his kitchen, and Paul Warren was playing fiddle, and Haskell McCormick was playing the banjo. Johnny Johnson was playing bass. Of course, Lester on guitar. And then at that session, I was playing dobro. And so they tuned up and started picking, and it was just like I got plugged into a wall socket. It was just, everything was just, I mean, it was just perfect. Everybody was in tune. The beat was just, you couldn't get away from it. It was just terrific. You know, I forgot what I was doing. I was just picking, you know. Had a great time picking. So Lester never did get me on the bass at all. He just left me on dobro, and he never said anything about the bass. So he said, "Well, you need to be at the Opry next Friday night." This was by the way, it was February the 8th that I did that, and that happened to be my birthday. So it was kind of a special birthday. But he said, "Be at the Opry next Friday night, and you need to get a haircut." I guess my hair was too long. It wasn't. I never did wear my hair real long, but it was too long for Lester. So he wanted you to look good, you know. And he said, "I don't allow any drinking on the show." He said, what you do in your own time is your own business, as long as you don't raise a ruckus. So I just wrote a song, an instrumental, a couple of weeks ago called "Raising a Ruckus," just because he
got the title.
Yeah, I did. I wish I'd recorded that with Lester, but anyway, we went to work. I was at the Opry the next Friday night, and it wasn't just a few days. We went on the road for 2 weeks, went on Grand Ole Opry package show, and we were busy. We worked every Friday or Saturday night. We were on played the Grand Ole Opry, or we were on the road. And every Tuesday we had a radio recordings time up at WSM Studios to record their 5:45 radio program that always came on. It might still come on for all I know. But so we were pretty busy, and I didn't like Nashville. I wasn't happy being away from home for some reason. I just it didn't go well with me, and I got being on the road was just terrific for about 2 or 3 months, and then it got to be old, and I really got bored with it, just being on the bus all the time. I got rabbit dogs. I like to be outdoors. I like to garden, and I love picking and doing a show somewhere, or just picking for anybody. But anyway, after about 8-9 months, I turned in my notice. I didn't want to do it anymore. And we made $165 a week with Flat.
Wow.
It was better than Bill.
Oh, yeah.
$25 a show.
Oh, my gosh.
But,
oh, man.
We traveled in a Greyhound bus. It was a double-decker Scenic Cruiser bus. And, it was cool for about 2 or 3 months, and it just got to be old. And I was just living my life on the rear end of a bus. And, so
Jack,
I came back home and started where I teach. I still teach.
Oh.
Taught, the boys, Cutter and Cash Singleton. They're good friends of mine. And the whole family is really Shelley and Jason, their mom and dad, and his granddad, Roger Paulson, was taken from me and he passed away. And Debbie, his wife, and we're all still friends. They're great kids and have a good show, you know. And so I'm still doing that today. I teach guitar and banjo and dobro, mandolin, and bass. I have private lessons in my house here. I've been giving lessons here since 1965. So
wow. Well, Jack, we got to take a break here and pay some bills. But before we do that, I got to ask you, because when you think of Lester Flatt, you think of Earl Scruggs. When did those two get together?
They got together back about 1946 or something, right in there somewhere. I'm not sure of the exact date, but they both were with Bill Monroe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And they both quit about the same time, not intentionally. Bill thought they did. They quit just intentionally and got a group of their own, and he was ticked off at them and wouldn't speak to them for 20 years.
Wow.
They'd be at the Grand Ole Opry, and they would never speak 20 years. But they finally made up when I was with James and Bill Monroe playing the bass in 1971. Bill invited them to Bean Blossom, and they shook hands on stage and did some of their Little Cabin Home on the Hill and that type of stuff, you know, which was great.
Well, Flatt and Scruggs sure put some great music together.
Oh, the best in the world. I listened to it today. It can't be beat.
No. All right. It's 9:50 and a half. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back with you. Jack, can you hang on?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Jack Martin's our guest with Larry the Legend Sanders. You're getting it on WHBN AM and FM.
Hi, this is Caraway and Adeline at Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, come check out our tax refund sale. New merchandise arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Get up to 35% off. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit. Come see Aunt Nana. You'll be glad you did.
Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
It's all about you and Stuart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager of Stuart Powell Ford, Lincoln, and Mazda, 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville. And for the first time in 3 years, we have new Fords on our lot ready to go home with you. Please stop by and see our selection. We are offering these at invoice pricing or shop online at stuartpowell.com.
Making people happy because we know how. It's an easy thing to do in Danville. Stuart Powell. Ford, Lincoln, Mazda.
Did you know there's only one full-service jewelry store in 5 counties? And it's not at the mall, and it's not a national chain or any box store. I'm talking about B&L Jewelers right here in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. This is Lauren. Our prices and quality cannot be matched, and everything you purchase from B&L Jewelers is backed by a free lifetime guarantee. The mall and department store folks make big money selling their guarantees to folks who don't know about us. We offer full services that can't be matched by anyone. Any type of jewelry repair or remount, or just answers to simple questions from a real jeweler on site right here in our store. We know that your jewelry is precious to you, so we do all of our repairs in-house and in an average of 3 days. We can take care of all your engraving needs, from simple plaques to major corporate logos, even those champagne or wine bottles for those special occasions, all done here by your trusted jeweler. We believe in treating our clients like friends, not like customers. We have a free 6-month layaway. We offer up to 60 months financing, 12 months same as cash financing, no credit check financing available as well. Why would you go anywhere else? B&L Jewelers is the only intelligent choice for all your jewelry needs.
Injury, illness, COVID, substance use, or mental health concerns. There are many reasons Kentuckians leave their jobs. Retain Kentucky can help. Visit kyretain.org or call 859-562-3251 to learn about services, resources, and research to help Kentucky workers stay at work or return to work. Retain Kentucky is funded under a grant award by the U.S. Department of Labor and the Social Security Administration. Visit kyretain.org.
At Linux of Danville, we install all things hitch and towing related, from a gooseneck to a fifth wheel and even a classic receiver hitch. We also install wiring you need for your new hitch. Quality products made in America. Call us today, 59209-4033, or stop by 935 Stanford Road. Linux of Danville, we make tough look good.
It's here. It's open. It's what you need to get through your day. It's Starbucks, now in Harrodsburg, located at the Campbellsville University behind the clock tower. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Starbucks, it's the coffee for connoisseurs and the comfort for your daily tours. Starbucks in Harrodsburg.
It is 9:53.5. You're getting it on WHBN AM and FM. Our guest is Jack Martin and Larry the Legend Sanders. Larry, take it away.
Jack, I know you still are playing.
Yeah.
How many pieces do you have in the group that you've got now going with you?
I've got pretty regularly my nephew, Rod Martin. He's my brother's oldest boy. He plays guitar. He's got a dandy, too, a HD 28 that I walked into a pawn shop and found hanging on the wall. One of those deals you dream about that never happens.
Right.
Sure enough, I walked in, there was a Martin guitar hanging on the wall in brand new condition, and it was a HD 28. I got it. Well, anyway, Rod has it now, and it has a wonderful tone. It's about 20-something years. It was 17 years old when I got it. I don't know who in the world ever pawned that. But, he plays guitar with me pretty much all the time, and he's been taking lessons from me for about 20 years. I've got a lot of people who have been taking 20, 25 years from me.
That's great. That says a lot for you.
Yeah, well, I guess so. It helps me out.
How many years have you done with the Paulsons, or Classy and Grassy?
I forget when they started. They took from me for about 7 or 8 years, 6, 7, 8 years.
Oh, those guys are great.
I got, the banjo picker with Lester was Haskell McCormick, so I got Cutter introduced to him, and he took some banjo lessons from him too.
What about that?
And so we've gotten together, Haskell and Cutter and Cash, and of course Shelley and Jason sometimes come along too, and Debbie and Roger used to, their granddad. We'd have a big picking session, and sometime we'd go down to Gallatin, Tennessee, where Haskell is, and pick down there. We'd get Corina Logston and her husband, Jeremy Stevens. They picked. They got a bluegrass band called High Fidelity. I tease them. I call it Infidelity. But they're really good. Matter of fact, Jeremy played with the Chuckwagon Gang, so they're pretty professional. We used to get together. We hadn't gotten together in a long time. We need to start doing.
I know
again.
the feeling. I had a reunion of a little place I used to play back in the 70s, and actually there's myself and one other guy is the only survivors. Everybody else is deceased, and we had their children and grandchildren and but I do all pickers regardless if it's bluegrass, country, gospel. They need to get together.
That band I was in with when I got out of the Army, the New Kentucky Travelers, with Scotty Henson and Mark Peake, Jerry Mills, David Myers, and myself. That's most of those guys are dead. Scotty has passed away. David, the fiddle player, has passed away, and Mark Peake, guitarist, has passed away. And here my buddy Roland in the Army, he passed away a few months ago.
Oh.
Roland White. His brother's Clarence White, a fantastic guitar player. I don't know if he played with the Byrds and stuff.
What about that? It's
I don't know anything about the Byrds except they were they were pretty big band.
Yeah.
I was still listening to
them. They had some good music.
Yeah, they had some good hits. Yeah.
Turn, turn, turn. That was one of theirs.
Oh yeah. Well, Clarence played guitar with them.
What about that?
And that was Roland's brother. They were from Roland and then Clarence and their other brother Eric, who played bass. They were originally from Maine, and they spoke French.
What about that?
They're in the Army. It was Roland LeBlanc.
Right.
But Roland and his brothers changed their name from LeBlanc to White because that's French for white.
Right.
I assume.
Jack, we hate to wrap it up, but the clock is ticking, and we appreciate it so much, and we'll have to get you back on. I've told the Sassy and Grassy. I've got to get them booked. And
Classy.
Classy and Grassy.
Classy and Grassy. That's a good
Right,
one.
it's early in the morning. But anyway, you know, we appreciate what you're doing, and Rick has got a job for you right before we sign off, okay?
All right.
All right, Jack,
Hang on.
we've got 10 people registered for this DQ ice cream cake giveaway. They had a birthday during this period. Annie Decker, Carlita Daniels, Brianna Grigsby, Amanda Buchanan, Bryce Broderick, Sarah Neiman, Taylor Lowe, Colton Horn, Kirsten Byers, Jackie Bug, and Deshaun Bartleson. Now, I've got 10 people. That's not the order they called in. Would you pick a number between 1 and 10 for me?
7.
7. Amanda Buchanan wins the DQ ice cream cake, courtesy of Dairy Queen and Jack Martin's Lips. Thank you, Jack, for joining us. We appreciate it.
I love to talk about myself.
Take care. I hope to meet you someday.
Yeah, take care.
All right.
Thank you,
thanks,
Jack.
Bye.
All right. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate it. Another great morning here. I see my time is up. Thank you very much for your time. God bless our troops. God bless America. God bless you. God bless Ukraine and all those hurting and in need. May the most you want be the least you get. This is Radio Rick. I'll be back with you again Monday morning at 6. Hope you can join me then. We've got Ashley Blake in the air chair, and then the Wild Man, Jason Wilder, Saturday and Sunday.
This is WHBN.